Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I request all of you to kindly rise for the national anthem.
Jana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jaladhi Taranga Tava Shubha Name Jage शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, everyone. Kindly take your seats. Well, a very good morning, everyone. My name is Sheba Diana Adams, and I am going to be your host for today. I extend my warm welcome to all the esteemed architects, interior designers, industry professionals, and enthusiasts who have gathered here for the most anticipated event of the year, the Architecture and Interior Design Excellence Awards and Conference 2023. Can we hear a big round of applause, everybody? Come on. This global edition promises to be a remarkable celebration of innovation, creativity, and groundbreaking achievements in the world of architecture and interior design. Architecture and Design Awards and Conference is curated and conceptualized by the leading analytics company, Beginup Research Intelligence Private Limited. Beginup is a brainchild of Dr. Anand Gopal Nayak. Mr. Nayak is a seasoned serial entrepreneur with over 13 years of experience in technology, research, and business intelligence domain. He is also an author of various novels and business books, namely Startup Ladder. Mr. Anand Gopal Nayak is also the recipient of Youngest Entrepreneur Award by none other than the legend Sri Ratan Tata. As we come together, we take this opportunity to acknowledge and celebrate the visionaries who have redefined the boundaries of design excellence. The awards segment of this event will shine a spotlight on the outstanding projects that have pushed the envelope of imagination and aesthetics. Today, on this occasion, we have conference attendees and awardees from over 20 states, including Jammu and Kashmir, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Chhattisgarh, New Delhi, Goa, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Punjab, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and West Bengal. It is indeed an honor to have all of you out here. And ladies and gentlemen, today on this special occasion, we have with us our esteemed speakers, Dr. Poni M. Conceseo, Dr. Oscar G. Conceseo, Architect H.C. Timmaya, Architect Ash A. Parekh, Mr. Krishna Rao Jaisim, Dr. Ajay Chandan C.K., who will be joining us in the evening, Mr. Abhishek Bhaskar, and Dr. Anand G. Nayak. Can we hear a big round of applause for our esteemed speakers? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the start of any program is incomplete without the lighting of lamp. And for this, I would like to invite our esteemed dignitaries to please join us on stage. Requesting our speakers to please join us on stage. Can we please hear a big round of applause as we welcome them on the stage? Please keep the claps going, everyone. Thank you very much, dignitaries. Kindly take your seat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to introduce to you our first speaker of the day, Dr. Poni M. Kansaseo, the founder and principal architect of Poni, Oscar and Rahul Architects, Chennai. Dr. Poni M. Kansaseo did a B.Arch from National Institute of Technology, NIT Trichy, and was the first undergraduate women student admitted to NIT Trichy, and later did a M.Arch from Cornell University in the year 1989, and advanced professional studies at Harvard University in 1992. She was conferred as a honorary doctorate in modern architecture in 2008 in Malaysia, and University of Milano for modern architecture and architectural science in 2014. She has worked with internationally renowned architectural firm Edward Larrabee Barnes in New York City on several skyscrapers, university campuses, and stadiums, before joining her husband in 1996, ushering an era of diverse award-winning projects from institutions, technology parks, apartments, shopping malls to luxury apartments, townships, corporate offices, educational institutions, hospitals, and luxury villas. She has won more than 165 international, national, and state awards for architecture, interior designs, and has been widely published in design magazines and newspapers. Architect Poni received the Distinguished Alumnus Award from NIT for the Global Jubilee celebrations from His Excellency, the former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Dr. Poni was awarded the Women's Icons of Asia 2019 in Singapore, along with 11 women from Asian nations, and she recently won the Champions of Change for the Telangana state in March 2022 for her contribution towards architecture and women's empowerment. Architect Dr. Poni Kansaseo is the first women architect in Asia to design a state secretariat of 12 lakh square feet, largest, tallest, IGBC rated green building at Hyderabad for the government of Telangana in 26 months. Architect Poni is also involved in the Prime Minister's Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana project and also built noon meal centers, toilets for underprivileged girl children, as well as schools for leprosy afflicted patients' children. Dr. Poni also has annual exhibitions of her paintings to raise funds for leprosy eradication. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please join me with a big round of applause as we welcome Dr. Poni on stage.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. Good morning to you all, dignitaries of the dais, my fellow architects, students, and manufacturers. It's been an honor and privilege to address this august event in front of a very august audience. Like I said, we've had a very large diverse set of projects in our 27 years of practice in India. Prior to that, as you all know, I was educated in the US. I also worked in the US with Edward Larrabee Barnes, and that was an eye-opening experience. Among of all our projects, the crown jewel that we were very lucky and fortunate to participate in is the Telangana State Secretariat, the B.R. Ambedkar Telangana State Secretariat in Hyderabad. I will share with you my experiences, of building this fantastic monument, which is indeed today a global icon, much to our, pleasure, happiness, and surprise. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the pride of India, the B.R. Ambedkar Telangana State Secretariat. Now, why did we revert back to traditional architecture in buildings, especially the Telangana State Secretariat? So what we did was we did a study of secretariats built in India in the past 70 years, and we have found that secretariats, especially down south, built in the modern fashion, was actually not very well received by the people. And case in point is the Tamil Nadu State Secretariat, which eventually got converted to a hospital. So in my book, in my opinion, secretariats need a strong mental connect with the local population. Therefore, our design for the Telangana State Secretariat embodies contextual architecture in terms of planning, design, and sustainability. So if you look at the green circle out there, there are three factors: environment, culture, and technology. And they all focus back into identity, sustainability, and regionalistic architecture. We also used architecture as an expression of democracy. In a democracy, it is important to capture the popular imagination of the people of a state and reflect their aspirations. So it is important to understand how to create monuments that embodies the expression of democracy in a historical context, yet a space-age context. So at Oscar Poni and Rahul Architects, we indulge in something called fusion design for Hyderabad. And as you all know, Hyderabad sits in the geometric center of the country. And just like any other part of India, Hyderabad was subjected to an ancient medieval Hindu architecture, and then the impact of invasions from Middle Eastern countries, and then the advent of European invaders. So what we did was, and then of course contemporary India. So we brought in a fusion of different historical styles of Deccan Kakatiya, Indo-Sasanic, and colonial architecture, and we used different elements like domes, columns, and arches. What we also did was we used different types of materials: sandstone, granite, marble, masonry, and GRC. GRC was a fantastic material to use. We also used the principles of sustainability, and this building has been rated gold by the IGBC. Also, we used very unique construction technologies, and the building was completed in just about 2 years, 26 months. 12 lakh square feet of it, and we also hastened this up in spite of 2 COVID lockdowns. We also use local heritage artisan styles such as Bidri. Bidri is very famous in Hyderabad. It's nothing but metal inlay work, and cherial artwork was used to a very large extent. The entrance door and the porch is actually one of the largest anywhere in the world. All materials, furniture, accessories, and you name it, all the building materials came right out of Hyderabad except for the sandstone that came out of Rajasthan, and therefore it was a true green building. Now if you look at the site, it's very simple. The site is square. It's got main arterial roads running around it, and we were lucky. The site overlooks a picturesque and historic Hussain Sagar Lake. The concept was based on Vastu. So if you look at this, on the left-hand side, you will see the Hussain Sagar Lake. That's right there. The Birla Mandir that came at the bottom of the site. The Tank Bund Road is actually the Necklace Road. It's an amazing, amazing road. It just wraps around the entire lake with beautiful street furniture, statues, and fantastic light fittings. And there on the right-hand side, you will actually see the Finnish Secretariat. Again, it's sheer luck and fortune. We had the main arterial roads run around it, and then if you look at the setback, remember for historical public buildings, you need immense setbacks. So we had a natural setback of 200 feet by virtue of the arterial road, and then of course by virtue of the site. Now, this is the first secretariat to be truly secular with gender equity. We had a temple, mosque, and church built at the secretariat campus, showcasing secularism and social equity. I give a lot of credit to the Chief Minister of Telangana, wonderful man, K. Chandrasekhar Rao. He's somebody who believes in social equity and gender equity. It was an absolute pleasure to work with him. He insisted on a creche for young mothers, equal number of toilets. I actually designed this for 10%, because if you look at any government setup, it's only 10% of the population that are actually women. But he actually insisted on having equal number of toilet fixtures for women and for men. And why? If you look at the demographics of India, 48 to 50% of the population is indeed women. And this particular chief minister is actually planning to convert 50% of the workforce as women the next 2 to 3 years. So again, a phenomenally fantastic guy to work with. Let me take you to the inspirations that went on in the design of the secretariat. We had the Jagannath temple with the ribbed domes, the Ramappa temple. I don't know how many of you know about the Ramappa temple, but it's a World Heritage Site, and it was very inspiring because they used 4 sets of materials: sandstone, brick masonry, basalt, and granite. The Vanarpati Palace was another great inspiration for the domes, the dual columns, and the Sri Sita Ramachandra temple in Telangana for the peripheral domes. So if you look at this building, there are about 34 domes. No public building anywhere in the world for a secretariat has 34 domes. So the dome was a major feature in this building, and again, the inspiration was from the Hanuman temple in Gujarat, Vanarpati Palace, and the decorative domes of the temples of Kumbakonam. This is the finished product, and if you look at the detail of the dome, we had lotus petals running all around and a typical Hindu finial. Another inspiration was the dual columns. Now, the dual columns of the Telangana Talli. The Telangana Talli forms the main part of the logo of the Telangana state government, and this duality of the columns was taken in all of the elevations. The sustainability principles. The entire complex overlooks a 2.5 acre courtyard. These green spaces help in natural lighting, natural ventilation, thereby reducing the carbon footprint. We tried very hard, very scientifically, to reduce the carbon footprint, reducing the consumption of electricity as much as possible. The courtyard really helped. And of course, the interior courtyard is the Brahmastan of the entire complex. Now, if you look at the accommodation plan, the chief minister sat on the 6th floor, which is about 16 feet high, with all of his advisors, secretaries. The honorable ministers, principal secretaries, etc., occupied the space from the ground floor right up to the 5th floor. Services department came in the lower ground floor, and the entire complex has a workspace for about 2,000 employees. The built-up space, like I said, is 12 lakh square feet, total height 265 feet. The length and breadth was 600 into 300 feet. Acreage was about 28 acres, close to 1,000 car parking with 700 two-wheelers. And this is the entire master plan. The way we planned it, I was very particular, is in the form of a temple. It's got 4 cardinal gateways. The footprint of the complex occupies about 1/3, roughly about 1/3 of the acreage. We had parking on 3 sides, north, south, and the west. This is the main VIP entrance through which the chief minister and the ministers would get into the complex, and this is that huge arterial road that I spoke about. As per Vastu, this is the entrance for the visitors, northeast entrance for the staff. And this is the basic plan. I'm not going to bore you with a lot of details, but if you look, it's a shoebox plan. It's got the entire complex running around in the peripheral, but in the inner peripheral, you will notice actually a little yellow line that is actually nothing but the corridor. I was very particular on having a 12 feet wide corridor. And why? Because the corridor acts like a heat exchanger. Cool air comes in from the courtyard, goes up to the corridor, gets into the different parts of the complex. There are walls here, windows here and windows here. Very good cross ventilation. And we had about more than 10 cores. Cores meaning these are staircases, lift lobbies, toilets, and they happen at every 30 meters. If you look at the floor zoning, you had the ministers' offices. So there are 4 ministries per floor plan. Each minister has his own office, conference room, dedicated conference rooms, toilets fitted with showers, so they work 24/7, and then their own principal secretaries, sections, etc. Now, I also devised a proportioning system based on the human anatomy. If you look at the elevation on both sides, it's a palm concept. Bisect it and you would get one side of the elevation. The central dome tower complex is in the form of the human figure, which is split into 8 different parts. This is the side elevation, and you can see the 2 dome complexes, dome tower complexes that fits in exactly in the form of the human figure. I also use the golden ratio. The golden ratio fits in perfectly for the 2 wings of the front elevation and on a horizontal orientation, and the central vertical orientation for the dome tower complex. The same story applies to the side elevation. Now, I also used a principle called the Vaishya Pisces. Now, Vaishya Pisces is nothing but 2 equal circles intersecting each other. And when you do it, you get a 1:2 proportion. So that principle was devised for the overall plan of the complex. Let's look at the aerial view. This is the finished product, like I said, and these are the 2 parking areas, the arterial roads in the center, and this is the main VIP entrance, and of course the Secretariat complex in the center. And at the far right, you can see on the top, you can see B.R. Ambedkar statue, the only largest statue of Dr. Ambedkar. That's the NTR Gardens to the right-hand side, and of course the Birla Temple on the left. Now, I'll take you through something called sequential experience. For me, sequential experience is very important. This is a view you'd get in from the arterial road. There's a beautiful grill compound wall that we designed that gives a kind of sneak preview of what the Secretariat is like. This is the massive VIP entrance. Now, this VIP entrance, of course, predictably has 2 gates, 26 feet wide, 24 feet high, with a domical pediment. And as the doors open, you can see the gates open, you will see the dome tower complex. Nowhere in the world do you have two dome tower complexes for a secretariat. And this is something that we created. And as you move in, you get the entire fascia of the secretariat. Now, if you really see, it's actually a horizontal composition that has been chopped vertically by these bell towers. I affectionately call them the bell towers, but they are indeed the service shafts that house all these service issues, and of course the center elevation with the beautiful 3-story structural glazing window. This is the largest porch ever, and of course the domical composition right on top. This is a view that you will get from the NTR gardens. The secretariat is actually a photographer's delight, because as you move in from angle to angle, you get a different visage of the dome designs and indeed the entire composition. What you're looking at is a massive 60 feet diameter sandstone fountain, and this is something we created because we wanted a prelude to entering the building. Let's look at the elevation details. So you'll see the sandstone podium with the sandstone jali, and that happens rhythmically at every third window. And if you look at the composition of the columns, you'll see a single large column at this level that goes into the dual columns, like I said, of the Telangana Talli, and of course that goes in for 4 stories and then to a single story of the same column typology. So there are different typologies in every architectural element. This is the large porch that I was talking about, 120 feet by 56 feet by 42 feet, 3 stories high. And then if you see, again, like I spoke, in architecture it's very important to have an element called sequential experience. And so from the turfed landscape, you would move into a grand staircase in the center made of sandstone. And of course, you'll have 2 entrances. This is the entrance where the Chief Minister's motorcade would go in, and this is the handicapped entrance. Now, as you climb up the staircase and you turn around, you see the entire vista of the eastern part of the site. The lake, the 2 sandstones, the VIP entrance, and the Martyrs Memorial, the guys who gave up their lives fighting for the creation of the state of Telangana. This is the tallest and largest door ever, this is the entrance doors, and if you see, there is a certain proportion. The central doors are flanked by these tall windows. So the issue was to create every element in the building that defines monumentality, defines grandeur, defines the growth of Telangana. I don't know how much of you are familiar with the history of Telangana. In 10 years, an arid piece of land got Telangana, grew up to be the highest in food production, highest in power, highest in GDP, and is fast becoming the IT capital of India. Again, I give a lot of credit to the Chief Minister of Telangana. Now, there is something called the interior courtyard. So as you drive in, this is a driveway that comes in, the Chief Minister's entrance is here, the Minister's entrances are there, and if you look at the composition of the dome tower complex, on the outside is the same that is inside, and this is the grand elevation that you would see as you enter inside, 400 feet, and the column composition is 2 stories, 4 stories, single stories. There are close to 40 different types of window designs, and of course many other peripheral elements. This is a view in the courtyard showing the 2 dome tower complexes. Now, we created a entrance lobby. We didn't have an awful lot of space, so we cantilevered this by about 15 feet, created a glass capsule. And this overlooks the interior courtyard. So as you get up into the entrance courtyard, you get a 360 view of what the interior courtyard is about from the grand lobby. This is the grand lobby, and you can see the large doors. Now I'll quickly take you to the interiors. We used materials available in Hyderabad. Remember, it was a COVID lockdown. We used a lot of white and green marble, and we used the diagonal design because the diagonal diamond was taken off one of the temples in Telangana. And as you walk through every corridor, you see the capital of the columns, the balustrade, like I said, sequential experience. Moving on to the interiors, this is the Chief Minister's Conference Hall, and we did it all up in white and gold. Remember, we didn't have an awful lot of time. Things had to be made simple. Everything has to be Vastu-oriented. Like I said, immense room heights of 16 feet. This is the Chief Minister's office, 60 feet by 40 feet. The workstation is on the right-hand side, and he has a giant LED wall on the right, right in front of his desk. This is one of the largest desks in the world ever. It's about 18 feet by 5 feet, specially designed for him, and again, all in white and gold. This is the VVIP lounge. I don't know how many interior designers are sitting here, but this is something that was a treat to do with, because this is done in French neoclassical style. This is what I like doing. As a designer, I don't like doing the same typology, actually shift gears. So this is a space where the chief ministers of other states would wait before they are called into the chief minister's room. This is the chief secretary's room. So there's a turnaround in design vocabulary. We use wooden paneling for all the other IAS and chief secretary officers. The chief secretary, by the way, is a lady. She wanted the lounge space for parallel discussions. This is the minister's room. Again, it's very simple. Seating area here and a lounge on the right-hand side. A conference room for each minister to seat about 30 to 40 people. This is a cabinet meeting hall. Here we used a lot of acoustic materials, state-of-the-art acoustic materials, but what we also did was, in the acoustic materials, we brought in different motifs of the state of Telangana. This is the VIP dining. As you can see, feature ceilings in oval, the same shape comes below, a giant marble table. Again, all this is done in white and beige color schemes. This is the political waiting lounge, and there are a lot of waiting lounges. There are VIP lounges, and then there are lounges for officers, etc. Now, what I also did, not only did we do the architecture, but we also did the interior design, where we had 50 types of doors, all of them with metal inlay. This is the chief minister's door, this is the cabinet hall door, and of course the principal secretary's door, just to give you a glimpse of the kind of workmanship that went in. It's again the Bidri style of metal inlay. The Janahita Hall on the 6th floor, the multi-purpose hall. Remember, up to the 6th floor were all offices. Above that came in 4 floors of public spaces. So this was the multi-purpose hall done up in beige, white and olive green, and dining spaces for all kinds of events. The banquet hall done in white, gold and a lot of gold leafing. And then, of course, the ceremonial hall. These are spaces where MOUs are signed with different governments, with MNCs, etc. Again, we use simple white and green marble, no fancy Italian marble. And of course, the crown jewel of the entire complex was the Sky Lounge. The Sky Lounge is nothing but the space that comes below the main dome. It's about 70 feet in diameter. It's called tall windows all around. So in 1 minute, when you enter the Sky Lounge, you get a 360 visual treat of the city of Hyderabad at the height of 265 feet. Of course, very very elaborate marble designs here. This is where the chief minister would entertain the president of the United States, if indeed he came, and also the prime minister. So there are different typologies of spaces here. External lighting played a very important role. Over here we didn't have any fancy consultant. I worked with Philips and got the external lighting done. And if you see the external lighting, it lights up and enhances every architectural feature. This is the reflection that you would get across the Hussain Sagar Lake at night. And let me take you through a quick overview of a dynamic chief minister called Chandrasekhar Rao. Came in every week, got the tape to check each of the measurements, checked till Shapurji and Palanji did their job. Of course, you can see the scale of construction as it comes up. This is the different stages of construction. Mind you, at any point in time, we had 15,000 workers working, 5,000 at every shift per day, day and night. Now, I'll just give you a skyline comparison of the Secretariat. The first four are the monuments of Telangana, the Taj Mahal, the Qutub Minar, and then the scale of the Telangana Secretariat, just to give you an idea of the basic length and height of the entire complex, and also see the complexity as compared with these monuments. This is on a very human level. These are the many moods of the Telangana State Secretariat: dawn, midday, dusk, and night. It's just a visual treat. In closing, I would say that this is a national first. It's the first secretariat ever to be designed by a woman architect, the largest and tallest secretariat, the only secretariat to have 2 dome tower complexes, and the first IGBC gold-rated secretariat in India. This is, of course, my team, Oscar, myself, and my son. By the way, it was a tight project. We had architect Rahul coordinating drawings from Chennai, and then Oscar and I literally lived in Telangana for about 2.5 years. I'll just run you through a video, a 1-minute video.
రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం యొక్క గౌరవానికి అస్తిత్వానికి ఒక ప్రతీకగా ఉండే సెక్రటేరియట్. రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం యొక్క గౌరవానికి అస్తిత్వానికి ఒక ప్రతీకగా ఉండే సెక్రటేరియట్ ప్రభుత్వంలో ఒక అద్భుతమైన ప్రొడక్టివ్ వర్క్ జరగాలంటే మొత్తం సెక్రటేరియట్, మంత్రుల ఛాంబర్లు, శాసనసభ, హెచ్ఓడీల సముదాయము, ఒక అద్భుతమైన కళాభారతి. వి లుక్ ఎట్ హైదరాబాద్ విత్ అవర్ ఓన్ విజన్.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that was spectacular. Can we hear a big round of applause once again for Dr. Poni? Thank you very much, ma'am. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next up I would like to introduce our next speaker for the day. And with a big round of applause, I would like to welcome and introduce architect H.C. Timmaya. Architect H.C. Timmaya was born in the year 1944 and had his early education in various schools of Coorg, Karnataka. He graduated in architecture from Mumbai in the year 1968 and worked with Indian Post and Telegraphs Department at Chennai, and later moved to Bangalore and started his practice in the name and style of Timmaya and Prabhakar Consulting Architects and Structural Engineers in the year 1974. He was one of the few who initiated the formation of Indian Institute of Architecture, Karnataka chapter, and served as its chairman for 3 years between the years 1989 to 92, followed by as the president of Indian Institute of Architecture between the years 1992 to 94. He was one of the first Indian to be elected as a chairman of South Asian Association of Architects through the years 1995 to 97. Further, he got elected and served as a Vice President of Commonwealth Association of Architects, having a membership of 36 nations during the years 1997 to 99. At present, he is one of the trustees of the Indian Institute of Architects. The government of Karnataka recognized the contribution and achievements in the field of architecture and honored him with the highest Rajyotsava Award in the year 1996. The Indian Institute of Architects Karnataka chapter confirmed him with the Lifetime Achievement Award in the year 2005 for the outstanding contribution in the profession of architecture. He has designed many prestigious buildings all over Karnataka, and to name only a few, they include the Institute of Cooperative Management, Bangalore, 4-star Ambrosia Resort Hotel at Pune, University of Agricultural and Karnataka Milk Federation at various places in Karnataka, Sipla and UP Farm, both at Bangalore, and many other industrial, educational, places of worship, sports and games, group housing and residential projects. Most of his work was based at cost-effective, environmental friendly, and technically innovative concepts. His concern for propagation of conservation of water, rainwater harvesting, usage of solar and wind-assisted power, and natural ventilation. He further emphasized on the use of local materials and employed local skills in various projects. Sahara India Parivar presented him with the Accommodation Times Architect of the Year Award as the best project in the country at an all-India level for Waterwoods, a row housing project in Bangalore. The award was presented at Nehru Center, Mumbai, in the year 2009. He has also served and contributed to architectural education as a member of Board of Examiners and Board of Studies for a number of universities. Apart from architecture, he also excelled in the field of art and paintings by winning gold medals from Madras Art Club, Dasara exhibition at Mysore, etc. He is also acknowledged in the field of sports and games, served as president of Karnataka State Hockey Association and as captain of Karnataka Golf Association. He strived hard for the development of games in all parts of Karnataka. In recognition and appreciation for his lifetime contribution to the Institute and the profession of architecture, the Indian Institute of Architects took pride in presenting the President's Gold Medal to architect H.C. Timmaya on the 12th of July 2020 during the online NatCon 2020. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a true privilege to have architect H.C. Timmaya with us this lovely day with a big round of applause. Sir, please take it forward.
Thank you for those kind words. Dr. Anand and Mrs. Anand, and my dear fellow architects. Well, in today's newspaper, I saw an article that a girl receives a call from a person after nearly 50 years, and she could recognize the voice of her old school teacher. She was telling how well he shaped her in the initial stages of the schooling, so what she could be, what she was today. To receive a call from him, lot of respects. Friends, we also studied architecture, and forget about the teachers who shaped us today for what we are. But let us remember them for the wonderful work that they have done for our betterment. I remember till about 25 years back, there was no unemployment in architecture. Even now, I say the same thing. there is no unemployment for architects in India. Well, to say that there is no limit in accounting, it is the paper, it is the calculation, it is the finishing, it ends up there. Similarly, in various other subjects also, it starts and ends on the notebook or whatever profession they hold. But in architecture, it never ends. It ends in college, yes, but if you look at and think of what we can do, there is no limit at all. I was traveling this morning with a lady architect. She was telling she organizes birthday functions. Well, what a nice profession apart from architecture. There is no limit for architecture to design only the buildings. It is unlimited. We drive the road system, the people, how they travel, the number of vehicles, types of vehicles, how people travel, where to travel, why travel, at that particular time are different timings. How people cross the road, how is the lighting system, how is the road, environment, landscaping. There's no limit for an architecture at all. Today we may be 50,000 plus architects in India. And as we were discussing just now, how many architectural colleges are full? We discuss about admissions, poor admissions. Well, friends, it is our duty to say the same thing. It is not only the subject, it is not only the buildings that we create. There is no limit for architects to do any type of job, whatever in the society that we can. How many of us come from villages? How many of us go back to the same village? Because housing is one of the 3 items in one's life. That is, after shelter, food, and housing. We don't go back at all. We only look at the money. If I design this building, how much I get? Friends, let's forget that. There is no limit in this world for an architect to do a job, a good job at that. We think of landscaping, the trees, how well the trees are grown. I remember an experience, a Karwar, a border town with sea on the coastline. We were given the project with 2 other architects to do the job for housing for the government. And it was so challenging that the soil is nothing but sand and sand and sand. To design the foundation itself, it cost quite a bit. But what we did for the superstructure, using the local labor, local materials, was absolutely fantastic. People started following that kind of thing. We may spend more money in the foundation, but we can economize in the superstructure. Friends, this is what we give back to our society. The only one thing that I would like to say is the Tibetan monasteries that we have done, we are still doing for the past 30, 35, 40 years. The government of India gave them land in various parts of the country. One such was near the Mysore district, 25,000 acres, barren land. And they came only with headload of things. They don't even know what is a box bar. They have not seen the boxes also in their hometown, in their country. They don't know what is road. Why do we need? I was involved from the very beginning almost, though not 50 years, at least 35 years. Said, why do we need road? We only want walkways. And husbands don't work much. The ladies, the women worked. It was a fantastic journey for me with the Tibetan settlement. And the Tibetan settlement, we are still working on those projects. It has become a tourist center also. Friends, it's a fabulous experience for myself in this profession. And they were living in charity from India as well as from other neighboring countries. We couldn't change the colors, the basic colors like black, red, and yellow. The colors were imported not imported, they were given away from the neighboring countries, and we had to use it meticulously in such places. And now we are doing the project in Arunachal Pradesh also. It's a fabulous experience. Trustworthy people. They have one community and 5 different sects. We have in Hinduism itself nearly 100 sects. But a child, male child born, first child born, after 6 years, he should be given away to the monastery. There he grows as a monk. With 2 pairs of dress, he lives. That is how they become monks, and the religion still exists. Friends, I don't want to talk much. There are others. I am very glad that so many architects have come from different parts of the country. And please work in your neighborhood, in your place, and do what you have been taught. Remember the teachers who shaped us to become an architect. Remember them and compliment them for what we are today. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. God bless.
Thank you very much, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my privilege to introduce to you our next speaker for the day, architect Parekh. Mr. Parekh has over 36 years of experience in the architecture and construction industry, both in India and the US. He has worked in Washington, D.C. for about 18 years on a portfolio of prestigious projects. His professional experience is diverse: architecture, interior design, real estate development, valuation, technical due diligence, program management, and construction administration. Mr. Parekh has also had invaluable exposure in contract negotiations, master planning, and project feasibility studies. He has designed a notable portfolio of institutional, industrial, residential, medical, and corporate projects. He is no stranger to the varieties of corporate culture and has designed projects for global conglomerates as well as emerging private clientele. His Western as well as Asian experience allows him to apply his design skills within the global context, thus providing his clients the best of both worlds. The immense body of his projects display his creativity in designing cost-effective and space-flexible solutions which allow the institutions to seamlessly expand as their functional needs change. Due to his spacious focus on educational campuses, his innovative master planning and campus designs have won him numerous laurels. Furthermore, he continues to be invited by leading colleges and professional organizations to speak on a plethora of topics. He is also the chief mentor at the Foundation for Architectural Career Enhancement, where he is instrumental in organizing educational seminars and workshops for the design fraternity. Well, ladies and gentlemen, join me with a big round of applause to welcome Mr. Parekh on stage.
Thank you. Hi, good morning. Truly intimidating after listening to Poni and Sir being here. Very articulate, Poni. Wonderful experience, wonderful project. Good morning. Sundar Pichai recently said that AI will soon have the ability to design a website in just 30 seconds. So as technology unfolds in the next few years, so what will this mean to all of us? Oh my God, this is too serious. Let's talk about something fun. Okay. Let's focus on our very own AI and what it means to us. On a lighter note, a minister is responsible for finding an architect to build a tower. Okay? So he brings in 3 architects. He brings in a Chinese architect, an American architect, and an Indian architect. So the minister goes to the Chinese architect and says, what will your charges be? And he says, 3 million. So then he goes to the American architect and he says, how much will you charge? And the American architect says, 6 million. Finally, the minister goes to the Indian architect and says, how much will you charge? And he says, 9 million. So the minister looks at the Indian architect and says, 9 million? Why? He says, well, I gave you 3 million, I keep 3 million, and we give 3 million to the Chinese architect to build the tower. Okay? So I'm certainly not implying that that's the strategy we should be using. So my talk is going to be a little bit of a departure from what Poni has been talking about. Believe it or not, 19.8% of male architects here hesitate to negotiate fees with the client. Even worse, 25.2% of women architects hesitate to negotiate fees with their clients. Designing a project is similar to getting married. We first have the love at first sight stage, right? We have the prenuptial contract stage, the honeymoon, reality sinks in, strange bedfellows, and then finally, investing in the relationship. Today, I'm going to speak about just the first 2 stages of the marriage. My beautiful wife is sitting here in the audience, so I think it would be prudent to skip the other stages of the marriage at this point in time. Let's talk about love at first sight. A couple of years ago, I pitched for a hospital in Nepal. And I did my KYC on the client pretty good. Okay, I understood the design brief, the budget, the timelines. I even acted like a bank. I actually didn't forget to do the KYC on the client to make sure that that was a legitimate client. Okay, and I thought I was going to make the right pitch. So going back to this hospital example for a minute. So there was this hospital in Nepal that I was pitching for, and the client was there for a very, very short time, so I had to be really quick and dirty about this pitch. And I started making the pitch. I spoke about my healthcare experience, healthcare planning, blah, 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 blah. And then I made my first mistake. I invited the MEP engineer to come and talk on stage. And it was so boring, he started talking about piping routes. And I lost the project. So, the moral of the story is, rehearse the pitch with your team before going to the client. Critical don'ts. Don't oversell and make false promises. And don't be overzealous with your fees. Let's talk about the prenuptial contract for a minute. You know, I get this asked a lot. What's important? Why sign a contract, right? So documentation is critical for all of us. To define responsibilities, understand responsibilities. What's our scope of work? How much and when? When do we get paid? And of course, we don't want convenient amnesia to be setting in, either at the client level or at our level. And then finally, talking about the budget. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is it's important to define what the legal entity of your client is, whether it's a private limited company or it's an LLP, a corporation, a multinational, whatever. And the reason I'm saying that is because from true life experiences, for example, I was doing a villa project for a husband and wife, and true life, okay? Halfway through the project, the husband and wife got separated. So now what do I do? So I mean, these are true life experiences that I'm talking about. For example, location of a project in terms of where it is in relationship to your office. So you may be located in Bangalore, but the project may be in Manali, for example. So how are you going to handle site visits, quality checks, all of that? Scope of services, I was talking about that. It's important as to why do we sign a contract, to define the scope of services. Believe it or not, most disagreements are not about money, but what the client perceives our scope of work to be. Okay? It's also important to define where architecture ends or begins and ends, and where interior design starts. Okay. For example, I was doing a renovation project, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because of scope of services. I was doing a renovation project, and I just assumed that, okay, here's the building and this is what I've got to renovate. But I didn't realize one thing, that I did not ask for the existing building documents or the drawings. Now, what I didn't realize, and how important that was, in a renovation project, there were 11 buildings on the site, and there is no existing documentation. So who's responsible for actually documenting all of that, the work that needs to be renovated? So it's important that you understand the scope of the work before you submit a fee. Let's talk about top five negotiation strategies that all of us should be using. Number one of the things that I have found very, very useful in my practice is, before you actually submit a contract, submit an MOU. And what's the difference? In an MOU, you can mention your fee, and it can be just a one-page document which very simply puts together what is the project, what is the general scope, and that's it. But you can specify your fee in percentage terms, lump sum terms, square foot terms, whatever it is, whatever you choose to do. But as an example, don't put in your stage payments. put in your fee, but don't put in your stage payments. It gives you time to understand the client's mindset, okay? It leaves you wriggle room later for negotiating, okay? After the basic terms of the contract or your proposal is agreed to, then submit your detailed contract. And you will find that most clients will accept the other terms as long as your basic fee structure has remained the same. Yeah. 2, establish your mode of fees. For example, lump sum fees, for example, you need to be careful that the scope and the design is defined very clearly from day one, okay? If it's a per square foot fee, define the size. So for example, you want to make sure it includes the basements, the terraces, the open balconies, the sky bridges, skywalks, you name it, lofts, you include everything as part of your square foot thing, because that is what is going to define how you're going to get paid. What about site development? For example, on a sloping site, you will find that architecture is one part, but site development involves a lot of work. Retaining walls, gabion walls, roads, compound walls, it could be all kinds of things. So you want to be careful about how you quote your fee, even if it's on a per square foot basis. Hourly is good for extra services, but I've found over the years that clients hesitate to pay an hourly fee in India. If it's a percentage fee, again, please define what that means. For example, we've had clients where the client's brother owns an RMC plant, and he owns a tile and a sanitary shop, fixture shop. So what happens? He's going to get that material for free or virtually free. So if it's a percentage fee, you better be careful that you put in a clause saying that client provided materials will be assumed on market prices if you're doing a percentage fee, okay? I hate round numbers. I always quote my fees on an odd number basis. And why do I do that? 2 reasons. One, when I quote something like 4.73 or something really crazy like that, it actually, in the client's mind, looks like, man, this guy's really thought it through. He's come up with 4.73. Must be a mathematical reason for doing this, okay? Actually, it's not, right? It's just a way of negotiating. It also gives me the opportunity to come down or reduce my fee in smaller increments. So if you're at 4%, the client will say, "Arey 3.5 mein kar do na." But if I'm at 4.73, I'm going to say, okay, well, I can do 4.69. I mean, that's. So it's a strategy that one has to come up with to be able to negotiate a better fee for ourselves. Number 3, stage payments. And the more the merrier. It's like Robin Hood, more merrier. It reduces our risk and our exposure. Because the more stage payments you have, we tend to, as architects, want to simplify things. Saying, okay, 10% on concept and 10% on working, design development, or 10% on working drawings. Don't do that. Don't do that. Break it up into more stages, because you never know if and when the project is going to get stopped or delayed or whatever it is, right? So you want to break up and make sure you break it up into enough parts. So for example, you want to link your payments to deliverables. Now, what do I mean by deliverables? Concept design and design development and working drawing is not a deliverable. A deliverable can be, for example, okay, on submission of building permission drawings, not on approval, because approvals take long. On submission of the building drawings is when you should take some money off the table. And then again you take money on getting approvals. And then again on start of work. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to break up the project stages or the stage payments into more stages so that we have less risk at the end of the day. So for example, what I will also do is on submission of draft tender drawings, or then again get paid on approval of draft tender drawings. The other reason to do that is when you have said, I'm getting paid on submission of draft concept design, for example, right? And then I'm getting paid again on approval of concept design. What has it done? One is you got paid twice, right? I mean, you've broken up your payments. But more importantly, when you've gotten paid that second time on approval of concept design, you have created a history that you actually approved the concept design and therefore I got paid, and so now you cannot say the concept design approved nahi tha. See what I'm saying? So it makes a difference in terms of how you draft the contract. One of the things that a lot of people do is link payments to working drawings. Now in India, unfortunately or fortunately, working drawings are never given at one single time. We're always giving it in parts. So why would I link fees to working drawings? I can't, because it's a continual process through the project. So I do never want to link your stage payments to working drawings. You want to link it to more tangible things like, I've submitted a setting out plan, I get paid this much. I've submitted a centerline plan, I get paid this much. I've submitted on footing and foundations, I get paid so much. So you want to link it to something which is tangible. And payments during construction, classic problem. Why would we want to get paid monthly? Break it up into fortnightly. Less risk, again, for us. If you link it to progress, that's a wild card. You know, we're doing a villa project right now where it's just 2 slabs. I mean, it's a large villa, it's about a 14,000 square foot villa. But it's taken 2 years for us to get to 2 slabs. So, you know, why would I wait for 2 years to get paid on the project? Right? So you want to be a little bit careful of that. Now, if you're offering master planning as one of the services that you are offering, be careful. Be specific on what is included in future buildings in your master plan. So is it going to be single line diagrams, or is it just going to be block plans? So you want to be a little bit more specific about what your scope of work entails as far as master planning is concerned. Typical problem, right? Good, fast, and cheap. You want all 3? Doesn't exist. Number 4, ownership and copyright. Be careful on this. Remember, we own the design and the drawings, and you want to put that into your contract. A lot of clients nowadays saying, "Aapka AutoCAD drawing humko de do na." Sorry, not happening. Okay. How many of us have had clients who make changes? There you go. So you want to make sure that you have a clause to say, well, I'm going to charge X amount for changes. Example, you may have a change in design, budget, size, use, all kinds of things. We've actually had 2 situations, believe it or not, where we finished the entire design for a commercial project, and right at the point where we were going to sort of start construction, the builder comes to us and says, "Oops, we bought the property next door." So now we need to redesign the complete project. Okay, so you want to be careful about those things. I've also had, believe it or not, and I am not joking with you, I've had a situation where the client and the builder actually took me to the land where the client had bought the property. It was a plotted layout, so to speak. And he says, "Haan, ye plot client ka hai." Now this was a very hilly terrain, a lot of trees, sloping site, blah blah blah. And we say, okay, great, that's the land. So we go back. The builder sends us an AutoCAD drawing of that property. We designed the entire project. This was a healing center. 6 months later, we found out he showed us the wrong property. True life. And he said, oops, thoda mistake ho gaya. Ye property nahi hai, wo property hai. So what do? You start from ground zero. So you want to make sure about stuff like that. You also have, especially in this day and time, we've had enactment of new DCR, right? Development Control Rule coming in. So for example, the current podium open space debate is going on. How is that going to impact all of our designs? So you want to make sure about that. Offer value-add services, whether it's value engineering, cost estimation, 3D visualization, technical feasibility studies, whatever it is. And reimbursables. You want to make sure that you pick up things like printing and plotting. If you're doing a public project like how Poni is doing, right? You're going to have 12 tenders. Now, how many times are you going to keep printing drawings for them and free of charge? So you want to make sure about things like this. With GST, try and invoice on the 3rd and the 15th of the month. The reason I'm saying this is when you invoice on the 3rd and the 15th of the month, if you're invoicing on the 3rd, you have hypothetically 27 days for the client to pay you. Otherwise, what ends up happening, if he doesn't pay you, you are out of pocket when you file your GST returns for the next month or the next quarter. So you want to be careful. You want to give the client enough time so that he or she pays you, so that you are not out of pocket on this thing. If you're going for overseas travels, a lot of us go to Vietnam and China and Italy to buy furniture, blah blah blah. Please make sure you take the money beforehand for that trip. Okay? You don't want to go there and then find out he forgot to pay you, or he realized that, oh, ye to include tha. Number 5, body language and speech during a negotiation. Appearance and grooming. I know this sounds very, very obvious, but it's amazing how many times I have observed in a negotiation how people behave and talk impacts the negotiation and what you're going to get out of it. Facial expressions, eye contact, posture and gestures, voice and vocal quality. For example, in a negotiation, you're sitting across table. How does that come across? Right? How does that come across? In a negotiation, try and change your attitude or your persona. Instead of sitting across the table, come and sit with him. It makes a massive difference in terms of how your negotiation will turn out. Remember, only 7% of what you say actually gets through. 38% is the tone of your voice, and 55% is actually your body language. 6 common mistakes that pretty much all of us have made, including myself. Not reading the client's mindset. We go in with a very confrontational attitude. Remember, a negotiation is supposed to be a win-win situation. It's not win-lose situation. We sometimes tend to talk too much because we're either nervous or we are very keen on getting our opinion out there. Shut up. Believe me, you learn a lot more if you keep quiet. Don't number jump. That goes back to my first thing, 4.73%, right? Don't number jump. You have the opportunity to take baby steps to come down if you need to. Failing to reinforce your value and what you bring to the table. For example, if you were doing a hospital, or let's say if you're doing a school, right? There, you need to say that, well, you know, don't compare me with the other architects who maybe have limited medical experience or educational experience. Please compare an apple with an apple, not an apple with an orange. Right? So you want to reinforce the value that you bring to the table, whether it's cost savings, time savings, whatever it is that you bring to the table. So you want to reinforce your value. And of course, saying yes too quickly. Remember, negotiation is a win-win situation. Life never gives you what you deserve. You only get what you can negotiate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next up I would like to introduce our next speaker for today, Mr. Abhishek Bhaskar, who is also an Indian beatboxer, award-winning architect, 3D world builder, and one of India's leading NFT artists. He conducted India's biggest beatboxing workshop at VR Mall with over 3,500 plus participants, along with Virat Kohli and Chris Gale and Ranveer Singh. He is the first ever beatboxer to work on a project for the United Nations, where he collaborated with over 1,200 plus singers from 12 countries to promote international peace. Mr. Abhishek is the first ever beatboxer to be featured at Times Square, New York, and the first beatboxer to perform in the metaverse. He opened for international artists such as Accent, Sean Paul, and Cardinal Offshore. He's an ex-youth brand ambassador for Adidas Originals and JBL. Mr. Abhishek Bhaskar is the founder for Beatfox and Dirt Lab. He's the first Indian beatboxer to feature in the concept commercial for Pepsi, and also the creator of the MetaVoice project, which is the world's first ever beatboxing generated digital art NFT series. Mr. Abhishek also featured on Business Insider, Rolling Stone, Your Story, Times of India, etc. And he's also a fantastic TEDx speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Abhishek on stage.
Check. Super. Thank you so much, Shiva. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our MC, please. Very nice. Okay. Can we have some more volume on this mic? A little bit more. Check. 1, 2. All right. How many of you know what's beatboxing? Raise your hand up. All right. Very nice. Can we have some little bit more volume on this mic? The bass especially. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what beatboxing is, hi, my name is Abhishek, and this is beatboxing. All those sounds came out of my mouth, and this is beatboxing. You guys like that? Yes? Super. I'm also a designer, I'm also an architect, but yeah, the primary intent of this being the vocal design especially, the vocal architecture is what we'll be getting into. Can we do a small interaction before I actually start off with my talk? Can everyone stand up? Oh, this guy is making us stand. Burn calories, very nice. Okay. We're gonna stomp, all right? This is called a stomp. I'm sorry for the stage team for breaking your stage, but yeah. Everyone, can we do this? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on, everyone. I can't see your legs, but this is a trust-based system, all right? 1, 2, 1, 2, with the beat, all right? That is first standard syllabus. Second year of architecture, all right? Everyone, use your hands, come on. I can't clap because I'm performing, all right? Everyone, 3, 2, 1, go! Very nice. You can have a seat. Thank you so much for entertaining me. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Abhishek Bhaskar. I'm also known as Abwas because people outside of India, it's easier for them to pronounce my name. Otherwise, my name is Abhishek Bhaskar Subramaniam Iyer, which sir knows as well. Okay. This is my NFT project. As you heard just now, you couldn't see the human voice, right? You could only hear this random person on stage beatboxing, and I was literally covering my mouth. You technically can't see the human voice, you could only hear it. So this is the world's first technically a research project that visualizes the human voice, which means a person who can't hear music, for example, a deaf person, could actually see music for the first time. So that's my research project. We'll be getting into it later. But the crux of my talk, what I've been working on for the past 1.5, 2 years, that is especially the metaverse project, that is what I'll be getting into, because every time I come here, this is the 5th year I think, I always have something controversial to say. So please, I'll be making some risky statements, especially in this particular talk, so take it with a pinch of salt, with a little bit of biryani masala, whatever floats your boat, but just take it and sort of with an open mind. That's the whole point of this. This is my favorite line. If you know Elon Musk, it says, "Of course, I still love you." But this time with AI, of course, I still love you, because we know what's happening with AI right now. So for me, this is especially important because I've been looking into AI. I've been building AI-based projects. So this is very special because it highlights the way our future is headed to. Either we can choose to collaborate with AI, or we can go into a losing war with AI. How we're going to lose, I'll tell you later. Okay, so this is my evolution. This cute little baby was my Web 0 version, and what I am right now in a digital avatar inside the metaverse is this particular hunk, this handsome hunk. Okay, so that's my Web 3 version, which means I exist inside the metaverse. Very quickly, to understand what I'm going to be saying next, this is going to be a sort of like a crash course. Web 1 was our Orkut, our Amazon website back in the late 1990s, and then Web 2 is what most of us are existing in right now. That is our Facebook, YouTube, your Instagram, everything. Web 3 is where primarily right now, I think, at least I am existing, is where the whole content is decentralized. So nobody sort of is in control of one particular thing. There's no one point of contact. It's completely decentralized, which means there is no one particular owner. So Facebook is not owned by Mark Zuckerberg, or Meta is not owned by Mark Zuckerberg. Each one of us would own it. That's what a Web3 Meta would look like. Okay, this one is something which is very, very close to me. Decentralized Autonomous Organizations, a DAO. All the companies that I know are eventually looking at this particular aspect. That is decentralizing the hierarchy. There is no CEO, founder, all that's going to be there. But in terms of the actual power share between the different stakeholders in a company, we're moving to a DAO where each and every person is given the right to vote. Imagine if you could sort of finish the whole voting system in India within 5 to 10 minutes. Just take your smartphone out, vote for the person you want to represent, and it's done, rather than taking it hours and days and a much longer duration. So a DAO essentially looks like this, where there is different hierarchies, but the voting power is essentially shared between the different stakeholders depending on how much interest or value they bring to the overall project as well. This is slightly technical, but yeah, everything is done during using smart contracts. So for example, as Ash sir said, there are different stages of payments. We are eventually moving towards a payment system where it's all done through smart contracts. You don't have to trust your client, your contractor. You sign a contract, you escrow the money out, and when your deliverable is signed by, as a smart signed by the client or the contractor, the money essentially moves seamlessly. There's no one controlling anything anymore. It's all done through smart contracts. This is just a basic working of a DAO. Every single person is responsible for the overall finality of this particular event. Cool topic, I love this. Metaverse, I spent 31 nights inside the metaverse last year especially. This also went viral on Twitter because I just wanted to understand what exactly happens to the human brain when you're existing inside a digital reality. Metaverse is digital universe. Right now what we're living in is reality, I hope. So we know we can touch each other, we can feel the breath, we can feel air, right? But what happens when you enter a digital universe? There's no oxygen, there's no laws of physics. I've seen buildings that are floating. Probably one of the reasons why I love designing inside the metaverse. So the laws of physics don't apply inside the metaverse. You could literally have anything and exist. So I wanted to see the psychological changes that happen. Firstly, imagine if you're the only person in Bangalore. It gets really claustrophobic, right? So the first thing I learned is you need other humans to sort of feel like you're part of something bigger. That's what I realized. Otherwise, I usually prefer being alone. But yeah, the metaverse taught me that, okay, human interaction, human connection is actually pretty cool. A basic essence, just go to Decentraland, Sandbox, all these different websites is where you can actually use the metaverse completely for free. You don't have to pay anyone anything. You can experience the metaverse right now, even on your phones, or once you go back, your laptops, your desktops, and everywhere. If you don't know what the metaverse is, once the award ceremony is done, go watch the movie Ready Player One. That'll give you a very good idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's already architecture happening inside the metaverse. Imagine an empty earth, right? So someone has to come in, someone has to design this entire universe for people to come and experience. You want a movie theater, you want a petrol station, you want a house to live in inside the metaverse. When I say metaverse, basically somewhere you can plug in and you can sort of exist in a digital universe. So 90% of, say, there are barely around 100 designers across the world who are designing stuff inside the metaverse, right? Out of that, at least 90% they're non-architects, right? These are people who can 3D model really cool stuff, and then they just plonk that into the metaverse. So the point here being, there is such a big need, or there will be a very big need for real-world architects to come in and have sensible, intentional design very, very soon. It's already happening. Like, most of my design work, like architectural work, is inside the metaverse right now. It's not in real world anymore. So here you get to let your mind run as crazy as possible, whatever your ideas that you had in your third year of architecture, the fourth year, like these incredible designs that we made, right? You can actually do that. You can go even more crazy. So yeah, think about all these buildings. For example, that's completely irrational. It's a non-functional thing, right? This particular structure. This is me, by the way. So all these things are highly unrealistic, but it's possible inside the metaverse. You can float, which you can't do in reality. If I jump from here, I'll literally fall because of the beauty of gravity. But here you can't. You can literally float, do whatever you want inside the metaverse. That is Kraken, and that is Winklevoss's tower there. Look at how sloping, and again, I don't know how many civil engineers or anyone else are there, but you don't need civil engineers inside the metaverse. That's the basic point. You can literally have pure architecture, pure creation, like the pure idea. Whatever is your first version of the idea will get accepted by the client. Imagine such a cool client, right? Imagine they approve your first design itself. So all these things are possible inside the metaverse. I'm probably talking to the wrong audience here, but this is Travis Scott. He's a rapper, and he had his concert inside a video game. And this ended up becoming the metaverse itself. So all these people that you see here, these tiny people, they are real world characters. So, and they're enjoying this, they're plugged in, and they can literally see the entire concert happen, like out of scale concert. If you think we are early towards the metaverse, we are already very late, so congratulations on that. All the different companies are working on the metaverse right now. And many architectural companies, I've been speaking about the metaverse, I think this is the third time, and already many architectural companies are doing stuff inside the metaverse right now. Okay, this is a little too, so basically every single person who's existing in real life right now, like all of us, we will have jobs, already have jobs. There are real estate brokers inside the metaverse where you know which land is next to someone famous. So there's a very famous person named Meta Cohen, who's a completely anonymous person from Singapore. So you know that he has a higher land value inside the metaverse in comparison to other plot owners. So you want something that is closer to him, right? It's a him, by the way, but still anonymous. So yeah, like all these jobs that are there in real world right now are currently also existing inside the metaverse. One such client that we had was, he has a parcel of land inside Decentraland and he wanted to make money out of it, or at least create some sort of passive income. So we designed a theater for him, again, completely unrealistic. It will never get constructed in real world. But we did that, and the way you access the theater and the movies is by holding an NFT, which is basically a token that allows you to, think of it as a ticket to enter a building, right? Or a membership card. A digital membership card is called an NFT, a non-fungible token. So we did that, and now he's making a whole bunch of money using this theater. He plays movies every single day. Whenever you want, you can pop in, you can select your movie, and you can play it with your friends, and all these things are possible. This is how a map of the metaverse would look like. Different metaverse platforms have different aesthetics. That is Decentraland, that is CryptoVoxels, and this is Sandbox. So different metaverse platforms for different aesthetics, depending on what you like. CryptoVoxels is very, again, voxelized. It's very cubish. The most realistic one that I personally use a lot is Decentraland. Okay, another cool bit. Artificial intelligence and machine learning is very, very special to me ever since I've learned about this whole topic many, many years ago. I've always tried to connect it with humans, right, from a philosophical perspective. So this talk is slightly going to get into a philosophical bit. When you're a kid, you are told that, okay, if you do something wrong, you are told don't do it. And if you do something right, like, okay, here's a chocolate, do more of it, like positive and negative reinforcement, our whole lives, right? So it's the same thing applied even in design. If a client doesn't like it, they tell you they don't like it. And so we're all being trained. The point of this being, we are ultimately, indirectly, we are AI bots, and our surrounding is our ML data sets, like machine learning. We are being trained as bots to sort of do specific amount of tasks, which is very interesting if you think about it, because we think we are in control, but the universe is playing like a larger game with us. We're just in the great unfolding of this incredible universe. Another very risky statement, but please don't shout. Humans are inefficient physically compared to AI or bots, right? We need to sleep for 8 hours. We need to do yoga, shavasana for 8 hours every day, right? Some of us, we sleep for more than that, right? And we need holidays. We need public holidays. We take so many holidays. And all these things a bot doesn't do. It can work 24/7 as long as you plug in electricity. It'll work. It doesn't take days off, right? But it'll only do a specific task, which if you think about it, that allows humans to be more creative. Ultimately, humans were never meant in the long run to do repetitive tasks. They were meant to purely focus on creative tasks, which means your brain is the biggest differentiator. That codex, that information thing, that ability to process information, that becomes the biggest differentiator. Otherwise, if you're competing with, or if you're going to war with bots, we are developing way better bots that can do tasks, right? If I ask this to make masala dosa, it's not going to be able to do it. It can only click better for the rest of its life, as long as this has energy, this particular clicker I'm talking about. So, yeah, I'm sure most of us know ChatGPT. Anyone? Yeah, all of us know ChatGPT, right? Yeah, so we use it for client briefs and yeah, use ChatGPT, right? Okay, so right now GPT-3 is what we started with. It's basically a natural language processing model, which means if you ask something, for example, if you ask Google to do something, it'll give you a bunch of ideas. GPT is way more precise than that. So it'll give you exactly what you're looking for, whatever it is, right? You can ask anything and it'll give you some answers. GPT-4 is what we've entered right now. Just look at the growth from GPT-3 to GPT-4. And eventually the human brain, right? This is our amount of nodes that we can process, or amount of information that we can hold. This is very important. I don't want it to be too risky or something, because even we don't know how much of brain power we can process, but we're getting there. Look at the number of zeros we already added in a month, in a few months, basically. So we're getting very close to sort of understanding the human brain, but it's still very narrow. Okay, this one, value add time. So 5 AI design tools that people like you guys can literally use after this event. Mid-Journey, you basically put a bunch of text saying that I want this, I want that. It'll give you ready-made images. So we use this to clients, and the best part is clients are now using it to get back to us. I literally had a client where we're designing a convention center, and they moved from one architect to the other, so I always take an NOC from the other architect. One of the points that the other architect said was, be careful of this client. They're using Mid-Journey and other tools to get reference images. So the problem was the client is using this, which is hindering the creativity of the architect himself. So you're seeing this incredible dynamic where it's no longer Pinterest. Pinterest has pre-designed projects, right? We're looking at Mid-Journey, we're getting new projects which no one has ever done before. You're taking millions of images, putting it into a separate project by itself, and then generating that. I'll actually show you what I mean by that. Mac-it, you input your area, literally all these things, and you'll get literally hundreds of combinations. Go figure. Like, you give it to the client. You literally, don't tell this to your client, by the way, but yeah, you can literally just input the areas and you'll get hundreds of options to design whatever it is that you want. Architecture is, that's another company that's working on it. So you literally make your block models, and then it'll fill it up with whatever project that you want. For example, if you want a company or anything, it'll work for you. It'll do the work for you. There's another thing, arc design. Again, it's the same model as well. You just input the blocks, and you just tell what all things that you want, your setback areas and everything. It'll give you ready-made floor plans. You don't have to accept this, but it'll give you a baseline structure, right? Ultimately, the human component will come in, the human emotional component, but it's a good starting point. AI for SketchUp is coming. It's called Veras. You just input your blocks. It'll visualize the rest of it for you. Yeah, this is the interesting, but this is what is happening with Mid-Journey especially. So you give a text, a cat playing with yarn, it encodes the image, and it gives you all these different outputs. It tries to understand, right? If I tell you right now, don't think about an elephant, what are you thinking about? You're thinking about an elephant inside your brain, right? Inception. Okay, so that is how you trigger and play with the human mind. So let's see, I asked AI Mid-Journey to design cities in 2023. Look at these realistic things. It's happening in a matter of seconds, not hours. Imagine trying to get this done by a 10-second-old baby. It's not going to understand. The anthropometrics knowledge is not there, right? But this understands every single thing. It gives me conceptual ideas. I can't build this, of course, right? But I could show this to my client. Do you want something like this? And if the client says yes, that's where your problem starts. Now you have to build this unrealistic thing, right? But anyways, that's a joke. There are more realistic ideas like this. Maybe you could, if you're designing, someone designing a skyscraper, a skyline, perhaps, right? You could give all these options to your clients, choose your building, right? So you're giving more control to the clients. Again, highly unrealistic, but again, purely from a conceptual perspective, this is a Dyson sphere. It's a very futuristic concept. I took Singapore as a text prompt in one of these things. So again, Singapore is filled with greenery and all these things, so I wanted to extract the data from that. Cyberpunk city, I'm going to graze through this. But it helps you understand, for example, if you're doing something along the lines of urban planning and want to get the Floridian concept, you could bring all these things. I was very hungry one night, so I designed a chocolate factory. Don't ask me why. This one, I was watching another series on Netflix. The Last of Us, by the way. And again, I was very hungry, which is a very common thing. I've reduced a lot of weight. I've reduced 30 kilos. Thank you so much. This was a donut city. I wanted to understand better planning ideas, and it's for a game development project, basically. So this ended up becoming, again, I wanted to sort of visualize Bangalore in the future, which I don't think this will happen, but somewhere down the line, 100 years down the line, perhaps, right? So this could be one of the ideas. So the point of this being, use tools to sort of enhance your conceptualization, the way, how far can you go, right? So don't waste time on you manually doing it. You have the tools that can do it. Make many variations of it, and then let your client, you can stick to one particular thing that works and develop on it further. That's where the human component comes in. My favorite slide, right now there are 3 types of artificial intelligence, right? So right now we're in the narrow phase. That's it. Right now we are narrow, but there is a hypothesis which says within the next 15-20 years, that is by 2040, our AI bots will be entering the general intelligence era. That is us. So if I teach you how to make a plain dosa, you'll be able to figure out how to make a masala dosa. Right? That's general intelligence. You can correlate one product to the other and sort of figure it out. This can't figure out that particular thing. So when you look at narrow, it's eventually moving towards more general intelligence. You can do more number of tasks, more number of narrow tasks clubbed together, give you general intelligence. The moment our AI bots hit general intelligence, the very next unit of time, that could be a second, a day, an hour, nobody knows, that is when we hit ASI. Artificial super intelligence. It's like asking a monkey to design a skyscraper with complete working drawings and everything. It's not going to be able to conceptualize it. So we are the monkeys in this case, right? So how the conversation leads in when we eventually hit that is a very interesting point to think about. So this in its essence is what the future of AI would look like, and this is where the big question comes in, right? So are we going to collaborate, make AI our friend, or are we going to sort of go loggerheads on with AI? So if we do that, if we do the latter bit of it, there is no way we get to add any critical value or value add to our clients or to the people around us, because this is doing way more tasks, way more efficiently, better. Where we do have a bigger hand up is in terms of the creativity. That is the human component, right? So that is where we need to focus on. Any repetitive task will eventually get taken over by AI or technology. For the sake of a better understanding, let's call it tech, right? So tech will eventually take over. Rather than asking the sound team to press, right now we have clickers. Draftsmen have moved into AutoCAD, right? So there are so many other components that are being taken over. Companies are laying off humans to take over jobs. We're all seeing that with Google and all these incredible companies. So yeah, this is, how do we compete with it? That becomes a bigger question. We don't compete with it, as simple as that. We rather be clever as humans. This is what Elon Musk and other people who are working with AI are advocating for as well. We don't compete with it, because if we compete, we lose. Rather, we need to make it our friend and control its growth so that we can add more value in the long run. When I say control, not limit it, but understand the potential of AI, and then accordingly, once we truly understand the potential, then see what we can do with it. So we can prolong our human interactions to a longer time as well. Okay, that's my talk. I want to do another small interaction as well. Can we all stand up? And also, I hope someone is controlling the lights for this particular aspect. Yeah? Okay, can we all take our phones out? So this is a small general intelligence experiment that I always do with my clients. Very nice. Okay, take out your phone and turn on the flashlights for me, please. Everyone started recording videos. Okay, yeah. Can we hold it up? Hold it up, hold it up proud. Very nice. All right, everyone. All right, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Abhishek Bhaskar. Thank you so much for being such an incredible audience. In 3, 2, 1, wave. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. My name is Abhishek Bhaskar. I want to leave you with one question that might boggle your mind, right? So right now I spoke about the metaverse where we are designing something for people to stay. What if we go back one level up and think about that? What if this is a game right now, and what if someone else is sort of controlling this whole game, all right? I hope you understood that question. My name is Abhishek Bhaskar. Thank you so much for being such an incredible audience.
Thank you very much, Abhishek. Can we hear a big round of applause for him once again for the fantastic session? Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we could proceed to the award ceremony, we have one more talk, and I'm sure all of you would be thrilled to hear from the legend himself, architect Krishna Jaisim. Ladies and gentlemen, architect Krishna Jaisim, the former chairman of the Indian Institute of Architects, Karnataka, has been in the labyrinth of architectural creations for over 5 decades now. His talent can be traced back in his bloodline to his grandfather being the chief architect to the Maharaja of Mysore until the 1940s. He completed his university education in 1966 from Madras University and worked with the architectural firm of L.M. Chitale and Son for the next 4 years. In 1970, architect Krishna Jaisim established his architectural practice, Jaisim Fountainhead. The firm saw an exponential growth since the inception and won a national competition for the Cochin Stadium, President's nomination for the Small Industries Pavilion, and the Taj Fisherman's Cave in its first 5 years only. Under the firm, architect Jaisim has created and recreated innumerable homes, institutions, and commercial enterprises, and soon, by 1975, it began to work overseas, including Muscat, Oman, etc. The legendary architect professor has written over 150 papers and articles, made about 1,500 presentations, and has been on several boards and councils, and has a reputation of always finding time to interact with students across India. He is honored with many awards. The Chairman's Award is one of the most prestigious ones the architect possesses, along with the Civil Award for contribution by an architect to the civil and structural engineering in the built environment for innovative practices. In 1992, he won the JK Award, Architect of the Year, followed by the Outstanding Contribution to the Interior Architecture Durian Society Interiors Design Award in 2004. Among many of his achievements, architect Krishna Jaisim is a former past president of Practicing Architects Association, a member of the Board of Governors Instruct. He also holds the professor's post in BMS College, Department of Architecture, the visiting professor to colleges of architecture, as well as the adjunct professor in MIT. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, join me in welcoming the guru, the legend, architect Krishna Jaisim on stage.
Can I have the lights off, please? Thank you. Namaskars. No need. Thank you very much. Namaskars to one and all, and thanks Beginup for inviting me to this fascinating event and listening to some fabulous talks, which bring me back memories of nearly 6 decades of practice. Still going strong, but to be very honest, I couldn't understand anything. I never understood anything in architecture. Even today, I don't know what architecture is. People ask me, do you have any drawings? I said, no. Do you have any presentations? No. Some people make presentations of me, of my projects. Some people said, what is it? Since she's talked about various aspects of what it is, All those awards she's talked with just this little one sketch that I made, sheerly accidentally presented by one of my younger ones, which won national and international awards. More than one sheet I never sketch. I don't even sketch nowadays. I don't even go to the site, but the projects get done. The latest projects that we are handling on, since you asked me to be here live, are underground projects and in villages. And the biggest project I'm doing is a 10 feet by 10 feet building, 7 feet height. That is the project that's really taking me time on and on. I find it's the most complex project I've ever done and I'm doing. Because it involves so much in that little space. Big spaces, 1,000-acre projects, 10,000-acre projects hardly take me 1 hour to do. Not even that. Just go there, have a picnic, and come back. These were all taught to me by my masters, other than Ayn Rand, really pushed me to objectivism. One of the first was Otto Koenigsberger, who taught me tropical architecture in London. And the Royal Institute of British Architects then honored me, without me knowing, for a Lifetime Achievement Awards. I don't even know why, since they said, you did the university in Tirupati. I said, I think so, but that was 50, 60 years back. He said, yes, we're handling that. This is what happens. Somebody should recognize your project, if you want it. And if they think it's worth looking at after many, many years, it should live on. Then, when I met Ms. Van Roo on something else in a discussion, it went on to various single-line projects and phenomena. Then came many other people who involved me in very, very aspects. Since you asked me, I thought I have some memories that run, like Jeffrey Bawa and others. We used to just sit. Without a beer, he wouldn't drink, and he wouldn't think. Neither would I. So over a drink, we would just pour some beer on the table of Spencer's Hotel. And that's how this project, even here, we were the first architects in this land, which you're all seeing, owned by a good friend of mine, till the Taj came up to me along with the great lady who designed the hotel. He said, Jason, are you? I said, I know the owner well. So next day they took up and said, we're doing a project here. Spencer said they would do the project, but the Taj said, we will take over. Then ITC said, Jason, you talk about it. I asked the young boy whose father had just died. He said, Jason, we don't know what to do. The race course is opposite. Even we built an underground access from the race course to this side, just by a sketch, and the government approved and got it done. The race course, unfortunately, is not in full function, but the horse racing was one of my fascinating things. I don't bet, but horses are beautiful creatures. Nature is a beautiful creature, unbelievable. The other aspect that I'm looking at, and especially when I see young architects and think, everybody is designing on the earth. You should go not just under the earth, go to the moon, go to space. Tell me how you design those spaces. That is the most challenging. That is because we don't know anything about it. And when you don't know anything about it, that is the opportunity to learn and learn and learn. If anybody says, I know, I just walk away from that person. Because the moment you know, which means you don't know anything, that is the fundamental of architecture. Because even the word architecture, nobody understands. Till I met another great person in Bangalore the other day. We started looking at the lakes of Bangalore. How many things that can happen. 90% don't even understand the meaning of a lake, why it was done, why was the water flowing. He was a great environmentalist. He's still a very good friend, much, much, much older to me. Whenever we have fun, we just drive around, clean up here, clean up there, and go. As I was saying, and many people have said it again and again, architecture, the other people, technology people have taken over the word very much. They don't even understand it. Especially, I don't even have artificial intelligence, I don't even have natural intelligence very easily. Because that is the most fascinating thing. Artificial is human-made. Who is interested in it? I'm not. It's the worst thing to do is artificial intelligence. Start learning, learn to learn, and to unlearn. The most fascinating thing is to unlearn. That is architecture. Then there is architecture that understands as an environmental process. It is for human beings. The other aspect, before I stop off and leave you alone in your wonders. You look at animals, you look at birds, you look at ants. Can any human being ever build, till now, a single anthill where the ant climbs so fast? Show me one person. Impossible. Just can't do it. Show me two anthills that are identical, whereas every stupid building in every dome is identical. And we can think. They don't. What are we doing? We are not thinking as architects. We are thinking as dumb idiots. I feel architecture is dead as far as I'm concerned. The more I go abroad, the less I see. The only place I enjoyed seeing abroad was the place I was thrown out of because of the great epidemic. I didn't know I was staying in that city for a whole lot, almost 3 or 4 days, till somebody came to me and said, "Sir, please get into the car." I said, "What is it?" "Please get into the car." I straight away flown to Hong Kong and flown back here. After I landed, said, "Please go home direct. We are not even checking your customs." And the entire epidemic broke out. And who were there all in that place? There were no Chinese there, no Japanese, only Indians. How many of you know it? We Indians created this problem. They were all young boys working on phenomenal projects. The beautiful lake, the beautiful spaces. That's why I said reality is something else, something we don't even know about. Language is a communication. We think it's communication, very difficult. Fascinating things are happening. Fascinating, completely going to happen. When Koensberger talked to me about certain things, and my grandfather would build these things, I said no. He went to Liverpool, so Liverpool called me again and said, "Can you come and give a talk in Liverpool?" I went, but then the moment I went there, the London School of Architects and the IIA and all said, "So you must come to RIB," and the things. These things happen. The real movement and invitation to the awards, like you sit somewhere in New Zealand, somebody comes, "I understand you're an architect." I said, "I don't think so, but you say I'm an architect. What do you want? Can you come and have dinner with us?" When you go for dinner with us, and then you discover the many things, some of the younger lot go. That's why I like to see young faces and young ones in this great profession. After being here for almost 6 decades in this profession, it is an endless profession. Continuity. Learning, unlearn. Materials come, materials go, lighting comes, lighting goes. Today's huge project in Delhi for lighting engineers and architects. How many of architects have attended it? Hardly one. They said, "Sir, we'll fly you up there." I said, "I'm sitting in Bangalore." What do you do about lighting? What about sun? What about acoustics? How many architects understand acoustics? How many architects understand various aspects and elements and senses, the 5 elements and the 5 senses, which when start infusing with each other, become infinity. Infinity is space. The human mind can think and think and think, must learn to unthink and unthink and think. That is architecture. In fact, the other day, the ex-president of the our Council of Architecture was saying, "Jason, what do we do next?" I said, "Disband architecture. Close all schools. No more degrees, no more things. Those who want to be an architect can be an architect." Just now, even as I was coming, "Sir, you are on the board of another school of architecture." I said, "School, college, institute, which one?" "I'll come, please make sure there is either a gin or a beer in the whiskey in the afternoon or evening. I'll be happy to come." I've told him also. I'm sure he's... That is life. Can architecture have a degree? Medicine can have, because I live with 50 doctors every morning, every evening. We live in the medical thing. Lawyers can have. Every other profession can. Architects cannot have a degree. Nobody else can tell you you are an architect. That's the worst thing that can happen. You be the architect if you want to be. You be the creator. To me, people call me, "Are you aesthetics or an atheist?" I said, "I don't know what atheism of believing is. I am my God, and God is with me and everywhere. Because if I can't, I'm there. I'm alive, I think I'm alive. What I think now, I don't think 5 minutes later. So I try to make some notes. Luckily, I can't see what I noted down because my glasses are here, but by the time I open it, I won't know what I'm saying. It doesn't make any difference. That's what makes design. I'm remembering a very great architect whom I was sitting somewhere in Europe. We were both squeezing some papers and pushing. It just reminded me of another great architect who said, throw that, it moves. He said, yes, Joyce, now that's our project. I didn't know we were talking to some of the top architects of the world. And I don't know what happened to me and him. We were 5 of us in a group. Let's fly to Moscow. So 5 of us, I was the youngest. So we flew to Moscow. We had a meeting there. I didn't know some of the top people. It was a fascinating experience of walking around the past, the present, and the future. Go then from there, shifted off to the Antarctic and Atlantic, going to the snow areas and going under the snow, above the snow. You're bringing me back a lot of memories. Thank you for this opportunity to investigate my own brains, to look at the things that's happening. You are in a fascinating profession. All you have to do is learn to unlearn all the time. As long as you unlearn, no sketches, no paper, no model making is going to make it. You can't go to site. I know many architects who will say, I'll go to site and build it. That is for the fellow or the site engineer to do it at the site. You just walk around the spaces. That's beautiful. The system of textures. One of the finest examples of a small building which we created with my young architect, because I asked them to take over and do it, is the project we did for mental illness people. Advanced medical blah blah mental science, something they called it. Would you believe it or not, those so-called mad, young, unthinking boys and girls had much more to teach me in the 2 hours I spent with them than any thinking, intelligent person I have met. One fellow would hold me here and walk me up and down the slope, and finding it difficult, one physically disabled fellow would walk me up and down. I said, the thinking happens, something phenomenal happens. You start working with that brain and that mind. Then you start designing. Then you start thinking, because design is the definition of architecture, and slowly that becomes a detail that others can do and follow. Detail must grow into abstraction, abstraction get into the detail. If something like that fusion happens, you're in the world of the human environment. I don't want to hold you too long. It is a great thank you for inviting me over here. I enjoy Beginup because it's begin up. Let's go up somewhere. And namaskars to one and all for this invitation. I hope you all enjoy and live it. Namaskars again. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's all give our legend architect Krishna a standing ovation, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, sir. Abhishek. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now finally time for the Architecture Excellence Awards 2023. I hope all of you are excited. Yes? Yes? Fantastic. So before we begin, can we hear a big round of applause for all the award winners who are going to win the award today? And to give away the first set of awards, I would like to call upon the stage Jason sir and Timaya sir to please join us on the stage to give away the first set of awards. Can we hear a big round of applause for the gentlemen? Well, ladies and gentlemen, please keep the claps going as we call out the winners. The first award goes to Preeti Architects, Dr. Preeti Anand and Manjunatha TS for the Prominent and Futuristic Architecture and Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Karnataka under the Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Also, Dr. Preeti Anand and Mr. Manjunatha TS have won the Excellence in Architecture and Design Consultancy 2023 Karnataka. With a big round of applause, let's welcome them on the stage. Congratulations, Preeti Architects. Congratulations to Preeti Architects. And the next award goes to Architects Atelier. And for this, we have Gaurav Saini and Mamta Saini for the Prominent and Futuristic Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from North India under Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Mr. Gaurav Saini and Ms. Mamta Saini have also won the Excellence in Architecture and Design Consultancy 2023 North India Award. Congratulations to Architects Atelier. They are not present with us today, but can we hear a round of applause for them as well? And the next award goes to Imarat Designers, and for this I would like to call upon Akash Chona and Ishan Chona on stage for the Outstanding and Trusted Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from North India under the Healthcare Projects and Commercial Projects. Mr. Ishan Chona has also won the Promising and Futuristic Architect and Designer of the Year 2023. Please keep the claps going, everyone. Congratulations to Imarat Designers. And the next award goes to In Life Architecture and Interiors. For this, I would like to call upon Mr. Mohammad Milas for the Creative and Trusted Interior Design and Architectural Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Kerala under the Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Mr. Mohammad Milas has also won the Outstanding Interior Designer and Entrepreneur of the Year 2023. Congratulations to the In Life Architecture and Interiors. Well, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward, in the interest of time, we will be calling upon the next 5 award winners. I request the award winners to please join us right below the stage. As and when we call out your name, you can join us on the stage. In the interest of time, we'll be calling out every 5 set of award winners to join us just below the stage. Thank you. I now request the next 5 award winners from Suman Shilp Architecture, Landscape and Interiors, Vikas Parthiban Architects, Oracle Architecture Studio, YND Design Studio, and XDeco Exquisite Design Concepts to please join us in the front. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the next award goes to Suman Shilp Architecture, Landscape and Interiors. And for this, I would like to call upon architect Mahesh G. Nampurkar and Uma M. Nampurkar to join us on stage for the leading and trusted architecture, landscape and design firm of the year 2023 from Maharashtra under premium residential projects, hospitality projects and commercial projects. They've also won the top 25 prominent and outstanding architect and designer India 2023. They were not able to make it today, but can we please hear a big round of applause for them. The next award goes to Vikas Parthiban Architects, and for this I would like to call upon Mr. Vikas Parthiban on stage for the outstanding and innovative architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023. From Tamil Nadu under the premium residential projects and commercial projects. Mr. Vikas Parthiban also won the 40 under 40 elite and trendsetter architect and designer of India. The next award goes to Oracle Architecture Studio, and for this I would like to call upon Shruti Lakimseti Kandakatla and Manish Kumar Kandakatla on stage for the creative and futuristic architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Telangana under the premium residential projects and commercial projects. They also won the top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023 award. Congratulations to Oracle Architecture Studio. Well, the next award goes to YND Design Studio, and for this I would like to call upon Diksha Jain, Prithviraj Jain and Yamini Jain on stage for the promising and futuristic architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Chhattisgarh under the segment Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They also won the Rising and Creative Entrepreneur and Designer of the Year 2023 India. Before we call upon the next award winner, I would like to call upon the next set of awardees to join us in the front. I request Apurva Parekh Architects, Mag Concepts, Athau and Associates, Parametrics and A+G Architecture and Project Management team to please join us in the front. Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, join me in welcoming the next award winner, XDeco Exquisite Design Concepts, Bharat MR and Priyanka J. Shapurkar for the creative and trusted architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Karnataka for residential projects. Bharat and Priyanka also won the Outstanding Entrepreneur and Designer of the Year 2023 India. Next award goes to Apurva Parekh Architects, and for this I would like to welcome architect Apurva Parekh on stage for the leading and innovative architecture, master planning and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Maharashtra under premium residential projects and commercial projects. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep the claps going. He's also won the top 30 elite and prominent architect and designer India 2023. Congratulations, architect Apurva. Next award goes to Mad Concepts, and for this I would like to call upon Mr. Manaf Kareem for the creative and futuristic architecture and design firm of the year 2023 from Kerala. Please keep the clap going for the gentleman. For the premium residential projects and the commercial projects segment, Mr. Manaf Kareem has also won the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023. Congratulations, Mr. Kareem. And the next award goes to Athar and Associates, and for this I would like to call upon the stage K. Athar Singha for the promising and innovative architecture and interior design firm of the year. Please keep the claps going. He's from Odisha, and this is under the residential projects and commercial projects segment. K. Athar Singha has also won the Rising and Creative Architect and Designer of the Year 2023. Please keep the claps going as we call upon the next award winner, Parametrics architect Pramod Shigavi and architect Naveen Chandrasekhar on stage for the most futuristic and prominent architect of an interior design firm of the year 2023 from Karnataka for group housing, high-rise residential and commercial projects. They've also won the Excellence in Architecture and Design Consultancy for the year 2023. I request the next set of award winners to please join us in the front. I would like to call upon Honeycomb Architects, Oways Architects, Vishwakarma Design Studio, Lan Arc Studio, and Alchemy Architects and Designers to please join us in the front. And next up, the next award winner is A+G Architecture and Project Management, and for this I would like to call upon architect Gauri Karnani on the stage. We do not have Gauri Karnani here today, but congratulations to the A+D Architecture and Project Management team for the most creative and visionary architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Maharashtra for the premium residential towers, and they've also won the Outstanding and Innovative Women Architect and Designer of the year 2023 Maharashtra. With a big round of applause, let's welcome the next award winner, Honeycomb Architects, and for this I would like to call upon Divan P. and Ahmed Faiz on stage for the Innovative and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Kerala under Premium Residential Projects. Divan and Faiz have also won the Outstanding Entrepreneur and Designer of the Year 2023 Kerala. Congratulations to Honeycomb Architects. And the next award goes to Oways Architects, and for this I would like to call upon Oways Ahmed on stage. Please keep the claps going for their Outstanding and Trusted Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Karnataka for under the Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They've also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023. The next award goes to Vishwakarma Design Studio, and for this I would like to call upon Karthikeyan Padmanabhan and Rukmini Karthikeyan on stage for the Outstanding and Prominent Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Tamil Nadu under Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Mr. Karthikeyan and Ms. Rukmini have also won the Trusted Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 Tamil Nadu. Congratulations to Vishwakarma Design Studio. The next award goes to Lan Art Studio, and for this I would like to call upon Subhagya Raval, the most innovative and futuristic landscape architecture firm of the year 2023 from Maharashtra under public spaces and commercial projects. Ms. Subhagya Raval has also won the Outstanding and Creative Landscape Architect of the Year 2023 India. Please get the claps going. I would now like to call upon the next set of award winners to join us in the front. Design Matters Architect and Interior Designer, Atelier Adesh Patni, C-Art Consultant, Sci-Art Consultant, and A-Sketch. Please join us in the front. And the next award goes to Alchemy Architects and Designers, and for this, can we please have Komal Talreja in the front? We do not have Ms. Komal here with us today, so can we please hear a big round of applause for their innovative and futuristic architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 under hospitality projects, premium residential projects and commercial projects. Ms. Komal has also won the Creative and Outstanding Architect, Designer and Entrepreneur of the year 2023 for Karnataka. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep the claps going as we call upon the next winner. Design Matters Architect and Interior Designer, Architect Lakshya Taneja on stage, please. For the Outstanding and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the year 2023 from Rajasthan under Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Architect Lakshya has also won the 40 Under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 India. The next award goes to Atelier Adesh Patni, and for this I would like to call upon the stage Adesh Patni for the Innovative and Futuristic Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023. Please keep the claps going. Under the Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects, Mr. Patni has also won the 40 Under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023. Congratulations to Atelier Adesh Patni. The next award goes to Sci-Art Consultant. I would like to call upon Mohammed Jassim PV to please come forward and collect the award for the Creative and Trusted Architectural Design, Interior Design and Engineering Firm of the Year 2023. Please keep the claps going, everyone. This is under the Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Mr. Jassim has also won the Promising Designer of the Year 2023, Kerala. Congratulations to Sci-Art Consultant. Before we call upon the next award winner, I'd like to call the next set of award winners to please join us in the front. Can we please have Accurate and Associates Infra Private Limited, Design Language, Well Design, and Amir Architects to please join us in the front. And the next award goes to A-Sketch, and for this I would like to call upon Ms. Maya Nair on the stage for the Outstanding and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year from Karnataka. Please get the claps going, everyone. And this is for the Premium Residential Projects. Ms. Maya Nair has also won the Trusted and Innovative Architect and Designer of the Year 2023, Karnataka. Next award goes to Accurate and Associates Infra Private Limited, and for this I would like to call upon Deepak Maurya and T. Maurya on stage for the Outstanding Architecture, Interior Design, Landscape and Construction Firm of the Year 2023 from North India under the Public Spaces, Institutional Projects and Commercial Projects. Mr. Deepak Maurya has also won the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 award. Congratulations to Accurate and Associates Infra Private Limited. Please keep the claps going as we call upon the next award winner, Design Language. And for this, can we please have Shahira Fatima on stage for the Emerging and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Tamil Nadu under Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Ms. Fatima has also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Interior Designer of the Year 2023 India Award. The next award goes to Well Design, and for this I'd like to call upon Ankur Rajput and Akshita Jain on stage for the Futuristic and Creative Architectural Design and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Karnataka under the Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Please keep the claps going. As we also won the Promising and Innovative Designer and Entrepreneur of the Year 2023 Karnataka. Congratulations to Dwell Design. The next award goes to Amir Architects, and for this we have architect Amir Chand. Can we please have a big round of applause, please? For the most prominent and futuristic architecture and design firm of the year 2023, India, for the high-rise residential commercial projects and mixed-use projects. Architect Amir has also won the most innovative and trusted architect and designer of the year 2023, Maharashtra. Congratulations to Amir Architects, and I'd now like to thank Jaisim sir and Timaya sir for presenting this set of awards. Can we please hear a big round of applause for the gentlemen? I request the next set of awardees to please join us in the front. I request the Design Conservatory, Interstar Studio, Studio and Labs, Beginup Architects and Space Ratio Group to please join us in the front. To present the next set of awards, I would like to call upon Dr. Poni ma'am and architect Parekh sir to please join us on stage. Can we hear a big round of applause for them, please? And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I understand we have a lot of awards, but we would really appreciate it if you could please keep the claps going as and when we have the award winners coming up on stage. We have the brightest in the country sitting here with us and collecting the awards. With a big round of applause, please welcome the next award winner, the Design Conservatory. And for this, we have Mohammad Jawad and Ritu Priyadarshini collecting the award for the Promising and Rising Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023, Tamil Nadu, under Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They've also won the Creative and Futuristic Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 Tamil Nadu Award. Congratulations to the Design Conservatory. The next award goes to Interstar Studio, and for this I would like to call upon Ankur Kular and Shailesh Garg on stage for the Innovative and Outstanding Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 North India under Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They also won the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 India. Congratulations to Interstar Studio. The next award goes to Studio and Labs, and for this I would like to call upon architect Vinay Alluri and Venkat Reddy T on stage for the Promising and Rising Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023, Andhra Pradesh, under the Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They've also won the Emerging and Trusted Architect and Designer of the Year 2023, Andhra Pradesh. award goes to Rikina Akhil Architects, and for this I would like to call upon architect Rikina Akhil for the outstanding and trusted architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Kerala under the premium residential projects. Architect Rikina Akhil has also won the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023. Ma'am, sir, I request you to please join us a little more in the front. Yes. Before we call upon the next award winner, I request the next set of awardees to please join us in the front. I request Shah Atelier, Void Ventures, Sapphire Architects, MSSV Architects and Design Studio, and A&M Architects to please join us in the front. With a big round of applause, let's welcome the next award winner, Space Ratio Group. And for this, I would like to call upon Prakash Raj on stage for the Rising and Innovative Architectural Design and Interior Design Firm of the year 2023 under residential projects in Karnataka. They've also won the Emerging and Trusted Designer of the year 2023 Karnataka. Next award goes to Shah Atelier, and for this I would like to call upon architect Prithvi Shah for the Promising and Rising Architecture and Interior Designer Firm of the year 2020 from Gujarat under residential projects. Architect Shah has also won the top 25 most emerging and trendsetter women architect and interior designer India 2023 award. Congratulations to Shah Atelier. The next award goes to Void Ventures, and for this I would like to call upon Mr. Ajay Krishnan ER on stage for the Rising and Creative Architecture and Design Firm of the year 2023 from Kerala for the premium residential projects. Mr. Ajay Krishnan has also won the top 25 most promising and trendsetter architect and designer India 2023. Congratulations to Void Ventures. The next award goes to Sapphire Architects, and for this I would like to call upon the stage Somal Sipatre Tapale and Rohit Tapale on stage for the Promising and Creative Architecture and Interior Designer Firm of the year 2023 from Maharashtra under the residential projects and commercial projects. They've also won the top 25 most emerging and trusted architect and interior designer India 2023 award. Congratulations to Sapphire Architects. The next award goes to MSSV Architects and Design Studio, and for this I would like to call upon Ms. Vandana Agrawal for the Promising and Futuristic Architectural Design and Interior Design Firm of the year 2023. From Karnataka under the residential projects and commercial projects. They've also won the top 25 Rising and Trendsetter Women Designer India 2023 award. The next award goes to A&M Architects, and for this I would like to call upon Manuvidya Gairapalli and Ashutosh Kalbor on stage. Please keep the claps going. They won the award for the Rising and Innovative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the year 2023 from Maharashtra under Premium Residential Towers. They've also won the top 30 Emerging and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023. Congratulations to A&M Architects. I request the next set of awardees to please join us in the front. Request Studio Rich, 4 Spaces, Think Tank, Rikriti Collaborative, and Studio AADI to please join us in the front. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me with a big round of applause to call upon the next award winner, Studio Rich, and for this I'd like to call upon Shweta Shri Bagam and Shivankar Agarwal on stage for the Innovative and Promising Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the year 2023 from Telangana under the Premium Residential Projects. Please keep the claps going, everyone. They've also won the top 30 Rising and Futuristic Architect and Interior Designer India 2023 award. Congratulations to Studio Ritz. The next award goes to Four Spaces, and for this I would like to call upon architect Naresh Kumar on stage for the Futuristic and Creative Architectural Design and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Tamil Nadu under the Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They also won the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Designer India 2023. Congratulations to Four Spaces. The next award goes to Think Tank, and for this I would like to call upon Debashri Mukherjee for the Promising and Creative Architecture and Interior Designer Firm of the Year 2023 from Karnataka for the Premium Residential Projects. She's also won the Top 25 Rising and Trendsetter Designer India 2023. Congratulations to Think Tank. The next award goes to Vikriti Collaborative, and for this I would like to call upon architect Rishikesh Shelke for the Top 30 Rising and Creative Architect and Designer India 2023. I request the next set of award winners to please join us in the front. I request Artisanal Design Collective, The Art Studio, Darwaza.com, Design Grid Studio, and Sohail Architects and Interior Designers to please join us in the front. Please keep the claps going as we call upon the next award winner, Studio AADI, Architect Vaishnavi Passe and Prathamesh Poipkar on stage for the Top 30 Rising and Creative Architect and Designer India 2023 and Most Promising Entrepreneur of the Year from Maharashtra. Can we hear a big round of applause for them, please? The next award goes to Artisanal Design Collective, and for this I would like to call upon Ankita Gulia for the Promising and Futuristic Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Karnataka for the Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They've also won the Top 25 Most Promising and Trendsetter Designer of India 2023. Congratulations to Artisanal Design Collective. The next award goes to The Art Studio, and for this I would like to call upon Akriti Johari for the Rising and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Gujarat for the Hospitality Projects and Commercial Projects. Ms. Akriti has also won the Top 30 Promising and Trendsetter Women Architect and Interior Designer India 2023. Congratulations to The Art Studio. The next award goes to Darwaza.com, and for this I would like to call upon Dr. Architect Abhilasha Vaidya Pathak for the Creative and Promising Architect and Interior Designer of the Year 2023 from Uttarakhand for under the Outstanding Consultancy segment. Congratulations to Darwaza.com. The next award goes to Design Grid Studio, and for this I would like to call upon Architect Rizwan Beg and Architect Paris Bharti for the Innovative and Trusted Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Telangana. Please keep the claps going. And this is under the Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They've also won the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023. Meanwhile, I request the next set of award winners to join us in the front. I request AJ Studios, The Unique Story, Striya Architects, Design Aid Box, and Vyuham Design Studio to please join us in the front. And the next award goes to Sohail Architects and Interior Designers, and for this I would like to call upon S.I. Sohail and P.K. Raja Karupaya on stage. Please keep the claps going for the upcoming and creative architect and interior design firm of the year 2023, Tamil Nadu under residential projects. Congratulations to Sohail Architects and Interior Designers. The next award goes to AJ Studios, and for this I would like to call upon Atikshay Jain, the leading and prominent architecture, project management, master planning and interior design firm of the year. Can we hear a big round of applause, please? Designs of the commercial projects, institutional projects and premium residential projects. Congratulations to AJ Studios. The next award goes to the unique story, and for this I would like to call upon Shubhalakshmi Agrawal for the promising and creative interior design firm of the year 2023 from Karnataka under premium residential projects. Ms. Shubhalakshmi has also won the Rising and Trusted Architect and Interior Designer 2023 Karnataka Award. Congratulations to the unique story. The next award goes to Striya Architects, and for this I would like to call upon architect Sri Kumar and Ankita Indukumar on stage. Can we hear a round of applause for them, please? For the most futuristic and leading architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Kerala under premium residential projects. Architect Sri Kumar and Ms. Ankita have also won the 40 Under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Designer India 2023 Award. Congratulations to Striya Architects. The next award goes to Design Aid Box, and for this I would like to call upon Jayaditya Kotwal and Angelika Ajrawat on stage for the most promising and futuristic architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from North India for their residential projects. They've also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023 Award. Congratulations to Design Aid Box. I would now like to call upon the next set of award winners to please join us in the front. I request Aki Architects, Studio Bilang, ADS, Adnan Khan Design Studio, Golden Ratio Architects and Studio Morph to please join us in the front. And the next award goes to Vyuham Design Studio, and for this, with a big round of applause, I'd like to call upon Mr. Ashwin Kumar on stage for the most promising and creative architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Tamil Nadu for the premium residential projects, institutional projects and commercial projects. Mr. Ashwin Kumar has also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India. Congratulations, sir. The next award goes to Aki Architects, and for this I would like to call upon Ms. Anjali and Mr. Suraj on stage for the innovative and creative architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Karnataka for the premium residential projects and commercial projects. They've also won the 40 Under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023. Congratulations. The next award goes to Studio Bilang, and for this I would like to call upon Pritesh Khatod and Akshita P. Khatod on stage for the promising and trusted architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Maharashtra for the hospitality projects, residential projects and commercial projects. They've also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Designer 2023 Award. Congratulations to Studio Bilang. next award goes to ADS, Adnan Khan Design Studio, and for this I would like to call upon Adnan Khan, Karim Khan, Patan. Please keep the claps going as he wins the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Interior Designer India 2023 Award. Congratulations. The next award goes to Golden Ratio Architects, and for this I would like to call upon S. Vineet Kumar and S. Praneeth Kumar on stage for the Promising and Futuristic Architect and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Tamil Nadu under Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They have also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023 Award. The next award goes to Studio Morph, and for this I would like to call upon architect Prasad Yashwant Amritkar for the Trusted and Emerging Architect and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Maharashtra under the Premium Residential Projects. Mr. Amritkar has also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023. Congratulations to Studio Morph. I request the next set of awardees to please join us in the front. I would like to call upon 9 Square Designs, One Space Design Studio, Abode Architect, Ryan Architects, Manan Planners Private Limited to please join us in the front. Ladies and gentlemen, the next award goes to 9 Square Designs, and for this can we please have architect Suraj Parmar on stage. Please keep the claps going for his prominent and futuristic architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 all the way from Gujarat for his premium residential projects and commercial projects. Architect Suraj has also won the Outstanding and Trusted Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 India Award. The next award goes to One Space Design Studio, and for this I would like to call upon Maunish Ravi, the Emerging Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 from Telangana. Can we please hear a big round of applause, please? Congratulations to One Space Design Studio. Next award goes to Abode Architect, and for this I would like to call upon Shweta Samal and Siladitya Samal on stage for the Creative and Trusted Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 all the way from Odisha for the Premium Residential Projects. Ms. Shweta Samal has won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Interior Designer India 2023 Award. Congratulations to Abode Architect. The next award goes to Ryan Architects, and for this I would like to call upon architect Ashwin Ran S for the Promising Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Tamil Nadu for the residential projects and commercial projects. Architect Ashraf has also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Interior Designer India 2023. Congratulations to Ryan Architects. I request the next set of award winners to please join us in the front. Could we please have Atelier Astraya, DNU Architecture Plus Interiors, SV Atelier, and Fine Forms to please join us in the front. And the next award goes to Manan Planners Private Limited, and for this can we please have Rahul Rampal and Parul Gautam for the Outstanding and Trusted Architecture and Interior Designs Firm of the Year 2023 from North India for their hospitality projects and commercial projects. Mr. Rahul Rampal has also won the 40 Under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Interior Designer India 2023 Award. The next award goes to Atelier Asraya, and for this I would like to call upon Aradhana Ayappa on stage for the Rising and Futuristic Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Karnataka for residential projects. Ms. Aradhana has also won the Promising and Innovative Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 India. Congratulations to Atelier Austria. The next award goes to DNU Architecture plus Interiors, and for this I would like to call upon Dhanlakshmi Vasant on stage for Promising and Futuristic Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Tamil Nadu for her premium residential projects and commercial projects. Ms. Dhanlakshmi has also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architects and Interior Designer India 2023 Award. Congratulations to DNU Architectures plus Interiors. The next award goes to SV Atelier, and for this I would like to call upon Shrikant Verma and Kirti Datla on stage for the most creative and trendsetter furniture design firm of the year for the sustainable and quality products. Mr. Shrikant has also won the Visionary Entrepreneur and Furniture Designer of the Year 2023 India. And the next award goes to Fine Forms. And for this, I would like to call upon Architect Harsh Saraya and Architect Priya Sheth to join us in the front for the most emerging and innovative architecture and interior designer firm of the year 2023 from Maharashtra under residential projects and commercial projects. They've also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023. Congratulations to Fine Forms. Thank you very much, ma'am, and thank you, sir, for presenting this set of awards. Can we hear a big round of applause for them, please? I would now like to call upon Oscar, sir, and Timaya, sir, to please join us in the front to give away the next set of awards. Can we please hear a big round of applause for Oscar, sir, and Timaya, sir? I request the next set of award winners to please join us in the front. Can we please have ABO plus DE Studio, Urban Nest Design Studio, RU Atelier, DBS Design House, and Zion Arc Architects to please join us in the front. And the next award goes to ABO plus DE Studio, and for this can we please have Mohammad Abbas, Umar Farooq, and Nachal A for the excellent architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 Tamil Nadu under premium residential projects and commercial projects. They've also won the Promising Designer of the Year 2023 Tamil Nadu Award. Congratulations. The next award goes to Urban Nest Design Studio, and for this can we please have Architect Parekh and Architect Jugal Budd on stage for the Promising and Innovative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Gujarat for the premium residential projects and commercial projects. They also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023 Award. Congratulations. The next award goes to RU Atelier, and for this can we please have Architect Rutuja Parale on stage for the trusted and excellent architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023. We do not have the team from RU Atelier here today. Can we please hear a big round of applause? Congratulations, team. And they've also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Interior Design 2023 India Award. And the next award goes to DPS Design House, and for this can we please have Architect Durga Bosle Shinde for the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Interior Designer India 2020 Award. Can we hear a big round of applause? I request the next set of award winners to please join us in the front. Could we please have Studio Stylovate Grey Hat Architects, Studio with Infinity Architects and Arch Sign. Please join us in the front. Next up, we would like to call upon Zeronarch Architects, and for this we have A. Karunakaran Pandyan for the Innovative and Trusted Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Tamil Nadu for the hospitality projects, premium residential projects and commercial projects. Mr. Karunakara has also won the Outstanding and Creative Architect and Designer of the Year 2023. Congratulations, sir. The next award goes to Studio Stylovate, and for this can we please have architect Sumit Chandra on stage for the Promising and Innovative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023. Congratulations, and he's also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023 Award. Can we please hear a big round of applause for Studio Stylovate for the most able to make it here today. The next award goes to Grey Hatch Architects, and for this can we please have architect Lakshya Gupta and architect Preeti Gupta on stage for the Promising and Futuristic Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 all the way from Chhattisgarh for the premium residential projects and commercial projects. Please keep the claps going. They've also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Interior Designer India 2023 Award. The next award goes to Studio Wit, and for this can we please have Jashank Ramchandra and Ambika Krishnavedi on stage for the Trusted and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023. Congratulations for Studio Wit for also winning the Under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023. Congratulations, Studio Wit. The next award goes to Infinity Architects, and for this I would like to call upon Harni AP and Kishore Kumar on stage. Round of applause for them. For the Creative and Promising Architecture and Interior Design Firm of Tamil Nadu under residential projects and commercial projects. They've also won the Rising and Trusted Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 Tamil Nadu Award. I'd also like to call upon the next set of award winners. Verizon Architects, Ajit Bendre Design Studio, Smart Architects, YA Design Studio, and Empatio Architecture. Please join us in the front. The next award goes to Archisign, and for this I would like to call upon Aishwarya Raj and Mohammed Osama for the Promising and Futuristic Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2020 from Karnataka under the Premium Residential Projects. They've also won the Trusted and Creative Architect and Interior Designer of the Year 2023 Award. Congratulations to Archisign. The next award goes to Verizon Architects, and for this I would like to call upon Yash Bachani, Ravi Pipalia, Akhil Gajjar and Radhika Gajjar on stage for the Innovative and Trendsetter Architecture, Landscape and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Gujarat for the Premium Residential Projects. They have also won the 40 Under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023. The next award goes to Ajit Bendre Design Studio, and for this I would like to call upon Ajit Bendre on stage for the Outstanding and Promising Architecture, Landscape and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023. From Maharashtra for the hospitality projects, residential projects and commercial projects. Mr. Ajit Benjay has also won the 40 Under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 award. The next award goes to Smart Architects, and for this can we please have Architect Mahesh PM and Architect Samya Mahesh on stage. Please keep the claps going as we win the Trusted and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Karnataka under the Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They have also won the Promising and Outstanding Architect and Designers of the Year 2023 Karnataka. Congratulations to Smart Architects. Next award goes to YA Design Studios, and for this can we please have Yash Jain and Ayush Goyal in the front for the Promising and Futuristic Architecture and Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Gujarat for the Premium Residential Projects. Mr. Yash Jain and Mr. Ayush Goyal have also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023 award. Congratulations to YA Design Studios. I request the next set of award winners to please join us in the front. Could we please have Nida Architects, Vinayasa Architect and Interior, JWR Architects, Studio Niche and VFC Studio join us in the front. Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, please join me as we call upon the next award winner, Empatio Architecture. And for this, I would like to call upon Ms. Chandana Ramesh for her Outstanding and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Tamil Nadu for her Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Ms. Chandana Ramesh has also won the 40 Under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 award. The next award goes to Nida Architects, and for this can we please have Ashish Rametra and Shraddha Agarwal on stage for the Futuristic and Innovative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023, all the way from North India for the Premium Residential Projects, Hospitality and Commercial Projects. They've also won the Outstanding and Trendsetter Designer of the Year 2023 North India Award. Congratulations to Nida Architects. The next award goes to Vinayasa Architect and Interior, and for this can we please have Soumya Bhupalam on stage for the Promising and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Karnataka for residential projects. They've also won the Trusted Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 award. Congratulations to Vinayasa Architect and Interior. The next award goes to JWR Architects, and for this I would like to call upon Mr. Jeff Rodrigues on stage for the Futuristic and Outstanding Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Maharashtra for the Premium Residential Projects. He's also won the 40 Under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 award. Congratulations to JWR Architects. The next award goes to Studio Niche, and for this can we please have Architect Shreya Kankaria and Architect Nikhil Bagmar on stage for the Promising and Excellent Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Tamil Nadu under Premium Residential Projects. Nikhil and Shreya have also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 award. Congratulations to Studio Niche. I request the next set of award winners to please join us in the front. I request Atelier 108, Beginup Architects and Interior Designers, Zine Design Atelier LLP, and Carpathian Living Systems Private Limited to please join us in the front. The next award goes to VSG Studio, and for this can we please have Garima Patel and Pramesh Savalia in the front for the futuristic and creative architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Gujarat and Chhattisgarh for their premium residential projects and commercial projects. Ms. Garima and Mr. Pramesh have also won the Outstanding and Trusted Designer of the Year 2023. Congratulations to VSG Studio. The next award goes to Atelier 108, and for this I would like to call upon Anusha Arun for the innovative and promising architectural design and interior design firm of the year 2023, Karnataka, under premium residential projects. Ms. Anusha has also won the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Designer of the Year 2023 award. Congratulations to Atelier 108. The next award goes to Newmorph Architects and Interior Designers, and for this can we please have Monish BT, Sanjana Baisani and Amulya Narayan on stage for the promising and futuristic architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 Maharashtra under residential projects and commercial projects. They've also won the top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the year 2023. Congratulations to Newmorph Architects and Interior Designers. The next award goes to Zine Design Atelier LLP, and for this can we please have architect Avneet Bulan for the creative and trendsetter architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from North India under premium residential projects and commercial projects. Ms. Avneet has also won the promising and trusted architect and design of the year 2023 Punjab. Congratulations to the Zine Design Atelier LLP. The next award goes to Carpathian Living Systems Private Limited. And for this, I would like to call upon P. Ramya Shruti and K.N. Lokesh on stage for the emerging and creative architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Telangana under residential projects and commercial projects. Congratulations to Carpathian Living Systems Private Limited. Thank you very much, Chairman, for presenting this set of awards for us. Can we hear a round of applause for them, please? I'd now like to call upon the next set of award winners to please join us in the front. Can we please have Studio Bind, designed by PA, MR Dimension, the Habitainer, Alfie, and New Vibe Architecture and Interior Design Studio to please join us in the front for the next set of awards. And to present the next set of awards, may I please call upon Poni ma'am and Jaisim sir back on stage. Can we have a big round of applause for them once again? The next award goes to Studio Bin, and for this can we please have Parthiban Murthy, the promising and creative architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Tamil Nadu under residential projects and commercial projects. Mr. Parthiban has also won the top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 award. Congratulations to Mr. Parthiban Murthy. The next award goes to Design by TA, and for this can we please have architect Tushar Dadve Patil and architect Anil Bendre Patil on stage for the futuristic and outstanding architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Maharashtra under premium residential projects and commercial projects. They also won the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023. Congratulations, gentlemen. The next award goes to MR Dimensions, and for this can we please have architect Maunika D. Reddy on stage for the rising and futuristic architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023. From Karnataka, from Telangana, under residential projects and commercial projects. Architect Maunika has also won the Emerging and Trusted Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 Telangana. Congratulations to MR Dimension. The next award goes to the Habitainer All Three, and for this for the award Most Innovative and Futuristic Architecture Firm of the Year 2023 Karnataka Modular Home. I request the team from Habitainer All Three to please come forward and collect the awards. Congratulations, gentlemen. Upon the next award winner, I would like to call upon the next set of awardees to please join us in the front. So we please have the White Space Architects at year 289, Kairos Architects, House of R.V. Money, and Plan A to please join us in the front. And the next award goes to New Vibe Architecture and Interior Design Studio, and for this we please have architect Anmol Revankar on stage for the Emerging Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Maharashtra under residential projects. Congratulations to New Vibe Architecture and Interior Design Studio. The next award goes to the White Space Architects, and for this could we please have Anubhav Basak and Sakshi Aswal on stage for the Innovative and Futuristic Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023. They have also won the Trendsetter and Creative Architect and Interior Designer of the Year 2023 from Uttar Pradesh. Congratulations to the White Space Architects. Congratulations to the team of the White Space Architects. The next award goes to Atelier 289, and for this could we please have architect Muthu Selvam on stage for the Rising and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Tamil Nadu under residential projects. Congratulations to Atelier 289. Award goes to Kairos Architects, and for this could we please have architect Pawan Patel on stage for the Creative and Trusted Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Gujarat for premium residential projects. Architect Pawan has also won the Promising and Outstanding Architect and Entrepreneur of India 2023. Congratulations to Kairos Architects. The next award goes to House of R.V. Money, and for this could we please have Apurva Basaraj on stage for the Futuristic and Innovative Architecture, Construction and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023. From Karnataka for the residential projects and commercial projects. She's also won the Trendsetter Architect and Entrepreneur of the Year 2023 Karnataka Award. Congratulations to the House of Adimani. Before we have the next award winner, could we please have the next set of awardees join us in the front? Can we please have Studio Arta, GS Design Studio, AD.RS Design Studio, NH Architects, IM Design, Studio Bloom, ICAI Architects, and Tilara Polyblast Private Limited to please join us in the front. Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, let's welcome the next award winner, Plan A. And for this, could we please have Jagdish Krishnamurthy and Sandhya Padmanabhan on stage for the Emerging Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Maharashtra under Residential Project. Congratulations, Plan A. Next award goes to Studio Arta, and for this, could you please have architect Anand Saveen and architect Vishaka Singla on stage. Please keep the claps going for them as they win the Emerging and Promising Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023. North India under Residential Projects. Architect Anand and architect Vishaka have also won the Top 30 Rising Architect and Interior Design of the Year 2023 award. Congratulations to Studio Arta. The next award goes to GS Design Studio, and for this, could you please have Gary Naveen F on stage for the Rising Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023, Tamil Nadu, under Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Congratulations to GS Design Studio. The next award goes to AD.RS Design Studio, and for this, could you please have Ashmita Das and Rachit Singhai on stage for the Innovative and Trusted Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Madhya Pradesh for their residential projects and commercial projects. They've also won the Promising and Creative Architect and Interior Designer of the Year 2023 award. Congratulations to AD.RS Design Studio. The next award goes to NH Architects, and for this, could we please have architect Nisha Desai and architect Hemal Desai on stage for the Innovative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023, Gujarat, under the Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They also won the 40 Under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 award. Congratulations to NH Architects. The next award goes to I'm Design, and for this, could we please have Deepak Kalra, Dhruva Kalra, Shifa Kalra, and Arushi Kalra on stage for the most futuristic and leading architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from North India under hospitality projects, premium residential projects, and commercial projects. Congratulations to I'm Design. The next award goes to Studio Gloom, and for this, can we please have architect Pratik Malwa and architect Apurva Deshmukh on stage for the promising and trusted architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023. From Maharashtra, for the residential projects and vanity van design. They also won the Rising Architect and Entrepreneur of the Year 2023 India. Congratulations to Studio Gloom. The next award goes to Aikai Architects, and for this, could you please have Hemant KD on stage for the Rising and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Tamil Nadu for the commercial projects and residential projects. Mr. Hemant has also won the Promising Entrepreneur and Architect of the Year 2023 Tamil Nadu Award. Congratulations to Aikai Architects. Meanwhile, I request the next set of awardees to please join us in the front. Could we please have OM Architecture, GHS Associates, Soul Architects and NIK Architects join us in the front. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep the claps going as we call upon the next award winner, Tilara Polyblast Private Limited. And for this, could we please have Brijesh Tilara for the best and most trusted polycarbonate and acrylic sheet manufacturing company of the year 2023 in India for the quality products and ethical business approach. The next award goes to OM Architecture, and for this could you please have Soumya Kumar on stage for the Innovative and Trendsetter Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023, Tamil Nadu, under Institutional Projects. Soumya Kumar has also won the Futuristic and Trusted Architect and Designer of the Year 2023, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations to OM Architecture. The next award goes to GHS Associates, and for this could we please have Gangadhar Reddy, Rishikesh Reddy and Sumant on stage for the most promising and futuristic architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023, South India under Premium Residential Projects. Mr. Sumant has also won the Trendsetter and Innovative Designer and Entrepreneur of the Year 2023 South India Award. Congratulations to GHS Associates. The next award goes to Soul Architects, and for this could we please have Ram Krishna and Stuti Mishra on stage for the most promising and trusted architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023, all the way from North India under residential projects and commercial projects. They've also won the Outstanding and Creative Architect and Entrepreneur of the Year 2023, Uttar Pradesh. Congratulations to Soul Architects. Congratulations, Soul Architects. And the next award goes to NIK Architects, and for this could we please have Nikhil Sriram Periyaswamy on stage for the promising architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Tamil Nadu under Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Mr. Nikhil has also won the Emerging Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 Tamil Nadu Award. Congratulations to NIK Architects. Last but not the least, I would like to call upon Zion Architects, and for this, can we please have A. Karunakara Pandyan for the Innovative and Trusted Architecture and Interior Designs Firm of the Year 2023, Tamil Nadu, under Hospitality Projects, Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. He's also won the Outstanding and Creative Architect and Design of the Year 2023 Tamil Nadu Award. Congratulations. And thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for presenting this set of awards. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, with this we come to an end of the Architecture Excellence Awards 2023 for the folks who are present here. Congratulations, and can we hear a big round of applause for all of them? And we will proceed with the virtual awards in the next 5 minutes. We'll have the virtual awards in the next 5 minutes. Thank you.
Yo me siento libre, libre de mirarte en los ojos.
Check. Can you have a little more volume, please? Check. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Architecture Excellence Virtual Awards 2023. And for this, the first award goes to Shubham and Anuja Gatkar Architects. And for this, can we have Shubham Gatkar and Anuja Gatkar for the Prominent and Trendsetter Architecture and Interior Designer Firm of the Year 2023. From Maharashtra under Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Mr. Shubham and Ms. Anuja has also won the 40 under 40 Elite and Futuristic Architect and Designer India 2023. The next award goes to Greenhouse Studio, Abhinav Sharma and Swati Bisht for the Futuristic and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 North India under Premium Residential Projects, Hospitality Projects and Commercial Projects. They've also been selected to receive the Elite Promising and Trusted Designer 2023 North India Award. The next award goes to Prakriti Prerna Foundation, Architect Garbit Naik, for the Promising Architect and Designer of the Year 2023, Madhya Pradesh, for their outstanding consultancy and service. Congratulations to Prakriti Prerna Foundation. The next award goes to M Design Studio, Architect Manpreet Singh Guliani for the Futuristic and Innovative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Punjab under the Premium Residential Projects. Architect Manpreet is also selected to receive the Elite Top 25 Rising and Creative Architect and Interior Designer India 2023. Congratulations to M Design Studio. The Karma Collective, congratulations to the Karma Collective, Ayub Galecha and Kushal Javeri, for the Futuristic and Promising Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 under Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They're also selected to receive the Top 30 and Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Interior Designer India 2023 Award. Congratulations to the Karma Collective. The next award goes to the Real Architects, G. Jairam, for the Promising and Trusted Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Tamil Nadu under Commercial Projects and Residential Projects. Mr. G. Jairam is also the Rising and Creative Architect and Interior Designer 2023 Tamil Nadu. Congratulations to Real Architects. The next award goes to Achyutam Designs, and for this we have Ashish Parmar and Shikha Parmar for the Outstanding and Creative Architecture, Landscape and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023. From Gujarat under Residential Projects, Ms. Shikha and Mr. Ashish have also received the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023 Award. Congratulations to Achyutam Design. The next award goes to Atelier Elevate, Rohit Singh for the futuristic and promising architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023, North India, under residential projects and commercial projects. Mr. Rohit has also won the Creative and Outstanding Architect and Designer of the year 2023, North India. Congratulations to Atelier Elevate. Goes to concrete architects and interior designers, Karamjit Singh and Udaya, for the outstanding and innovative architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023, Tamil Nadu, under premium residential projects. They also received the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023. Congratulations to concrete architects and interior designers. The next award goes to Shilpakar Architectural Consultants, Architect Ranjit Behera and Architect Gandhar Bitash for the futuristic and trusted architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023, all the way from Odisha, for the premium residential projects and commercial projects. They've also won the top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023. Congratulations to Shilpakar Architectural Consultants. The next award goes to NS Associates, Architect Navita Singhal and Mr. Nidesh Singhal for the innovative and outstanding architectural and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Telangana for the premium residential projects and commercial projects. Architect Navita has also won the top 25 Creative Women Architect and Designer India 2023. The next award goes to Studio Tilt, Natasha Kumar and Abhishek Sawant for the most futuristic and creative architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 under holiday homes and commercial projects. They've also won the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer 2023 award. Congratulations to Studio Tilt. The next award goes to Tracing Edges, Ms. Manu Sharma for the promising and creative architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023, Madhya Pradesh, under residential projects. Ms. Manu Sharma has also won the Rising and Trusted Architect and Designer India 2023. Congratulations to the Tracing Edges. The next award goes to Meraki Architects, Mr. Architect Shilin Patwa for the outstanding architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Gujarat under premium residential projects and commercial projects. Architect Shilin has also won the Promising and Trusted Architect and Interior Designer India 2023 award. Congratulations to Meraki Architects. The next award goes to AV's Atelier, Architect Aishi Vora for the Rising and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the year 2023, Chhattisgarh under Premium Residential Projects. Ms. Aishi Vora has also won the Promising and Trusted Architect and Designer of the year 2023, Chhattisgarh. The next award goes to Tarsh Architects, Tarjani Parekh and Ashav Parekh under Creative and Futuristic Architecture, Landscape and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Gujarat under Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They've also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer India 2023 award. Congratulations to Tash Architects. The next award goes to Vastu Siddhi Architects, Architect Mangesh Dalvi and Architect Sanjay Sawant, for the Prominent and Leading Architecture and Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Maharashtra under High-Rise Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They've also won the Outstanding and Trusted Architect of the Year 2023 India Award. Congratulations to Vastu Siddhi Architects. The next award goes to Penta Space Design Studio, Gaurav Sanghavi, Harsh Pote, Pragya Sanghavi and Bhakti Pote for the Outstanding and Innovative Architecture, Master Planning and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 Maharashtra under Sustainable Design Approach, Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They've also won the Futuristic and Trusted Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 Maharashtra. Congratulations to Penta Space Design Studio. The next award goes to Vijay Prakash Housing and Infra, Nandakumar and Pratibha for the Trusted and Outstanding Construction, Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023, Tamil Nadu, under Residential Projects. They've also won the Promising Entrepreneur of the Year 2023, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations to Vijay Prakash Housing and Infra. The next award goes to N+N Design Firm, Nirmiti Shah and Nirmit Shah, and for the Rising Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 Maharashtra under Residential Projects. Congratulations to N+N Design Firm. The next award goes to ARK Design, Arc Design, Architect Kritika Shah for the Futuristic and Trusted Architecture, Interior Design and Project Management Firm of the Year 2023 from Gujarat under Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Architect Kritika has also won the Prominent and Innovative Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 India. Congratulations. The next award goes to Milescapes, Nazia Ansari for the Promising and Futuristic Landscape Architecture Firm of the Year 2023 from Rajasthan for the Innovative Design Approach. Ms. Nazia has also won the Creative and Trendsetter Landscape Architect of the Year 2023 Rajasthan. Congratulations to Ms. Nazia. Award goes to Studio B, Bharti B. Harish for the Outstanding and Trusted Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023, Tamil Nadu, under the Premium Residential Projects. Bharti has also won the 40 under 40 Elite Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 award. Congratulations to Studio B. The next award goes to SK Associates for Sunil Kumar Singh and Nishant Kumar Singh for the Outstanding and Trusted Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023, Uttar Pradesh under Premium Residential Projects, Hospitality Projects and Commercial Projects. Mr. Nishant has also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Design of the Year 2023 India. Congratulations to SK Associates. The next award goes to Balaji Design Studio for Architect Yash Seth for the Creative and Promising Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 Maharashtra under Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Architect Yash has also won the Top 30 Rising and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 India Award. Congratulations to Balaji Design Studio. The next award goes to Studio Tree Space, Sakar Tandon and Pankuri Garg for the Trendsetter Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 for the Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They also won the Promising Architect and Design of the Year 2023. Congratulations to Studio Tree Space. Next up we have Studio Blue Hill and and Swapnil Sharma from Studio Blue Hill for the Rising and Creative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from North India for the Premium Residential Projects. Mr. Swapnil has also won the Promising and Innovative Architect and Designer Award, Designer of the Year North 2023 for North India region. Congratulations to Studio Blue Hill. The next award goes to Lodha Workspace, Aniket Lodha for the Futuristic Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 Maharashtra for the co-working spaces. Mr. Aniket has also won the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Interior Designer of the Year 2023 India. Congratulations to Lodha Workspace. The next award goes to DA Design Studio. For this we have Deedar Singh Brar and Amnik Singh for leading and futuristic architecture, interior design and project management firm of the year 2023 from Gujarat for the residential projects and commercial projects. Architect Tejasvi has also won the Promising and Emerging Designer of the Year 2023 Gujarat Award. Architect Deedar Singh Brar and Amnik Singh has also won the Outstanding and Trusted Designer of the Year 2023. Congratulations to DA Design Studio. The next award goes to High on Ground Architects, and for this we have Tejasvi Rawal for the Creative and Rising Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Gujarat for their residential projects and commercial projects. Architect Tejasvi has also won the Promising and Emerging Designer of the Year 2023 Gujarat. Congratulations to Ion Ground Architects. The next award goes to Studio Azub, and for this we have Kanika Pawa for the Outstanding and Innovative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023. For the premium residential projects, hospitality projects and commercial projects. Ms. Kanika has also won the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Interior Designer India 2023 Award. Congratulations to Ms. Kanika. The next award goes to Ajay Nirmal Architects. Mr. Ajay Nirmal for the Creative and Promising Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from North India for their residential projects and commercial projects. Mr. Ajay has also won the Trusted Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 North India. Congratulations to Ajay Nirmal Architect. The next award goes to Envision Architecture and Interiors, Nishita Naik and Prashant Parmar for the Promising Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 Maharashtra under Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. Ms. Nishita Naik has also won the 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 India. Congratulations to Envision Architecture and Interiors. The next award goes to Space and Fold Ventures Private Limited, Architect Otis Kulkarni, 40 under 40 Elite and Trendsetter Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 India. Congratulations to Space and Fold Ventures Private Limited. The next award goes to Studio Shanmugam, Aniruddha Lodha, Vinay Manghani and Shalini Lodha for the Outstanding and Innovative Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023, Rajasthan, for the Premium Residential Projects and Commercial Projects. They've also won the 40 under 40 Elite Trendsetter Designer of the Year 2023 India. Congratulations to Studio Shanmugam. The next award goes to Sony Design Consultants, Architect Rishi Soni for the Rising and Innovative Architecture, Landscape and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Gujarat for the residential projects. Architect Soni has also won the Emerging and Trusted Architect and Designer of the Year 2023 Gujarat. Congratulations to Sony Design Consultants. The next award goes to Studio Deconstruct, Sia Kandaparkar and Shaunak Kandaparkar for the Promising and Futuristic Architecture and Interior Design Firm of the Year 2023 from Goa for the Premium Residential Projects and Hospitality Projects. They've also won the top 30 rising and trendsetter architect and designer of the year 2023 India. Congratulations to Studio Deconstruct. The next award goes to Green Hatch Architects, Architect Ekta Rajput for promising and innovative architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 from Maharashtra for the industrial projects, commercial projects and residential projects. Architect Ekta has also won the top 30 most rising and trendsetter architect and interior designer India 2023 award. Congratulations to Green Hatch Architects. The next award goes to Merathi Design for architect Chandrika Sahe for the trusted and futuristic architecture design and interior design firm of the year 2023 from North India for the premium residential projects and commercial projects. Architect Chandrika has also won the Outstanding and Creative Architect and Designer India 2023 award. Congratulations to Merathi Design. And the last award of this segment goes to Muktai Associates, Muktai Atul Gaikwad for the rising and trusted architecture, interior design and construction firm of the year 2023, Maharashtra, for the premium residential projects and the commercial projects. She's also won the top 30 promising and trendsetter architect and designer India 2023 award. Congratulations to Muktai Associates. Next award goes to Envision. Next award goes to Envision Architecture and Interiors, and we have Nishita Nayak for the promising architecture and interior design firm of the year 2023 Maharashtra under premium residential projects and commercial projects. Ms. Nishita Nayak has also won the 40 under 40 elite and trendsetter architect and designer of the year 2023 India. Congratulations to Envision Architecture and Interiors. With this, we conclude the awards of this segment. So congratulations to all the award winners. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude the Architecture and Design Awards and Conference 2023. Thank you so much, and thank you very much, Beginup. Hope you all had a great time. Thank you.